We are back. Final Fantasy VII. Okay, I kind of punked out yesterday. I only went, I think it was less than 3.5 hours. I don't know, I didn't feel up to doing the mansion. Although I don't think it's going to be that bad at all. So yeah, this is where we are. We have arrived in Nibelheim, much to the shock of especially Cloud and Tifa, who maybe they remember things slightly differently about what happened 5 years ago there, but they both agree that the town was burned to the ground and the residents murdered by Sephiroth. And yet we've found the town completely intact and populated by people that have denied anything like that ever happening. Not to mention we've got some more of those I don't know if we've seen any before. They've talked about weird guys in cloaks with number tattoos. Now we've met some of them. They're scattered throughout the town, and they're babbling weird nonsense, talking about Sephiroth and some kind of reunion. But as we approach the gates of the mysterious Shinra Mansion, the secret Shinra installation, where Sephiroth made various discoveries 5 years ago, starting him on this path, we see there's a few more of the cloaked men saying that Sephiroth has gone inside. So, we have no choice but to go in. At least it seems that way. Actually, as it turns out, we do have a choice. In that, not only is some of the stuff that happens in the mansion, such as trying to open the safe, which is really the main thing, optional, but what I've read, I've never done it of course, is that the entire mansion going in it at all is optional, which is interesting because, mild spoiler here, Sephiroth at this moment is in the mansion, and we do get to meet him and confront him briefly before he leaves again, and then we go this way through the mountains. Apparently you can just skip that and go through the mountains now, and things will proceed normally. Of course I would never do that, and since we're here anyway... Yes, inside the mansion they're telling us. It's calling. Okay, whatever. I've done everything else in the town up to this. So, basically the optional stuff is about getting Vincent, and plus, along with getting him, there's a few other sort of key items that are really good to get. And it's difficult because there's a difficult boss fight that very well might kill me. I haven't been killed yet, but there's a first time for everything, and I really don't want to die in the stream, so I will try to level people accordingly, although, once again, this isn't the most powerful party I could have, in that I've got Kate Sith along with me, but I'm just insisting on doing the balanced approach, where I try not to leave characters behind and bring them along so that the party is somewhat balanced. So I want to give Kate Sith some time. I brought Tifa for story purposes, because she is for maximum, to get the most out of that, it's good to have Tifa here to react to the town when things happen. So what we're going to do is we're simply going to go enter the mansion and ignore most of the stuff at first, and go to the basement to confront Sephiroth. Then after that's over, we can return to the upper floors and pursue the steps to opening the safe. Now of course, I don't really need the steps. Long ago I memorized what the combination is, and it's just one of those things that stays in your head when you play as much as I do, and when it matters this much. But maybe we will show the clues that lead to the various combinations, because that's what it is. Throughout the house, in rooms, there are clues, and if you can find them, they will tell you the order and the numbers for the combination of the safe. The fights in here are fairly difficult, but that's good. I want to level up anyway. And I think Tifa has the enemy skill equipped right now. Do you, Tifa? There is an enemy in here that teaches a fairly interesting enemy skill, but he's a bit rare, and I don't know if we'll get lucky enough to confront him or have him cast the attack on Tifa, which is what's required to learn it. And I'm not going to just run around to make it happen, so either it happens or it doesn't. But anyway, enough stalling. We're going into the mansion where, yes, it's just like a dungeon. We can get in fights, and the fights are fairly tough, but we can do it. Alright, so... I must get rid of all those that stand in the way of my research. Even that one from the Turks. So I don't want to give a lot of spoilers here. I won't say who's writing this, although I think it's easy to guess who's writing this. And that one from the Turks is Vincent. So the Turks have been around as an organization for a while. And I don't want to blow everything that's happened here in the mansion. It's hard to piece together. This is some of the most important stuff of the story, to understand all the stuff about Genova, Hojo, Sephiroth, the Ancients, etc. It can be pieced together. So here's the note here. I scientifically altered him, and that's for sure, and put him to sleep in the basement. If you want to find him, search the area. Merely a game, I thought of, is not necessarily for you to participate if you don't want to, which is true. I mean, that's kind of breaking the fourth wall, almost saying none of this is needed for the plot. Seems to be another letter, so yeah, let's read it. And see, that's the other things that makes the safe fairly difficult. You only have 20 seconds to put the numbers in, and you can't go past the numbers while turning. So that just means if you enter, say, like 15, the next number you have to go back for. You can't go 16, 17 around, or it'll ruin it. 4 hints for the numbers are: the lid of the box with the most oxygen is dial 1. See, now, if you were doing this for the first time, you'd be best served of writing this down. That's annoying. I have to read the whole thing again just to read each clue, but we'll do it. So, dial 1 was the safe with the chest with the most oxygen. Dial 2, behind the ivory short of T and Ray. That seems like some messed up translation there. T and Ray? What is Ray? And what do they mean by ivory short? Well, I think they basically mean some sort of tea set with the ivory cups. Once again, read it all. So we've got the lid with the most oxygen behind the possible ivory tea set. Here we've got the creak in the floor near the chair on the second floor. And this you would definitely have to write down to get it from. So they're saying when you step somewhere, you hear a creak. Then you go left 5 steps, up 9 steps, left 2 steps, up 6 steps. And it's easy enough to just skip from there. But we might, if you go up and check the safe, you'll find out that 4 numbers need to be entered, not 3. So if you check out here, he does mention 4 notes though. See, this one you just can't see. It's like invisible ink or something. Written invisible ink. And this one isn't a clue. It actually tells you what it is. Right 97. So at this point, we know the last one entered is right 97. Okay. So as I said, for now, we're not going to do the stuff. We're going to save that for afterwards. But I am going to run around and see if there are some chests and stuff you can pick stuff up. Oh, this guy's so pathetic. I mean, he can hurt you. As you see, fairly strong physical attack. But if you knock him off, it almost feels like fighting somebody you knocked out of a wheelchair. This guy doesn't have legs. Hit Cloud pretty hard a couple times. Cloud, once again, gets the hit. Okay, Quinn Hazard. We haven't seen Quinn Hazard yet. This is the first time. This isn't the best character to use it on, but it works best when you use it on a large enemy, but still, not bad. Okay, so we killed him without knocking him off. Cloud is going to need some attention. One good thing about having Kate Soth with me is I think one of the things we're going to pick up is a weapon for him, so at least we'll be able to use it right away. So yeah, I don't think there's anything in this room. But there's a chest, a couple chests. Twin Viper, that's again a weapon for Vincent. Doesn't seem to be anything to click or read here. Alright, we can't get to that room from here, we need to go down and over. Oh, I hate these things. I hate most of the enemies in this area. You can see they're not particularly strong, but they have annoying attacks. One more to each will take them out. I think these guys do some sort of like gas attack that possibly puts the party to sleep or poisons them or something. Let's see what he does. Yeah, Funny Breath. I think Funny Breath has a random kind of... That missed everybody, that's good. But I think Funny Breath can cause various status ailments. Might cast darkness, maybe even poison. I don't know. So we're going through here. Here's the other chest. Silver megaphone, so that should be better than what Kate Sith has right now, which is the green. You see, we've got black, white, and black and white, while they're weaker, both have double growth, as I explained before, even though that's good for materia. The way I do weapons is I don't really pay attention to that. Whatever's strongest is what I equip with, and I just let the materia work normally. So, okay, this is interesting. In this, the attack is way down, and it doesn't have better growth. It just simply has a bunch of slots, although we'll see that none of them are connected. And the attack percentage is up. So I would not probably use this. I don't see any reason why I would need to load Kate Sith up with a bunch of materia. So, but I am a completionist, and I want to have everything I can get. So yeah, I think most of the clue stuff it's on the second floor. See if we can, well, last time we had a preemptive strike, so we won't be as lucky this time. We'll probably get hit by Funny Breath at least once. Curses. Okay, so Tifa's been muted. That might actually carry over after the fight. We'll have to check. Pretty lucky about the Funny Breath, but here comes another one. How long will our luck hold out? Ah! Watching me for a while, you know my style is I don't use magic a whole lot, I mostly rely on physical attacks, I believe in conserving MP. I mean, I try to use my judgment based on the enemies that I'm fighting. Sometimes if I can kill them quickly, it's worth using the MP on them. Or sometimes if it's just a particularly powerful character, or powerful enemy. Alright, so already been through here. I've already seen this stuff. So we'll go up to the second floor. Oh, here's Swinging Guy again. Here I'll use some ice just to speed up the process, because he can do some real damage, as you've seen. He has a fairly strong attack. Okay, ice does not really hurt him though. We'll try lightning next time Cloud gets a turn. Oh, see? Oh, we didn't even knock him off, he just fell. So this always makes me feel bad. It feels like you're just fighting somebody who's crippled. Anyway, yeah, and see, look, he falls down even. It makes it so much worse. Ugh. Oh, and he falls yet again, like, and all the time we're fighting him. It just makes you feel kind of bad. Again, it reminds you of somebody that like fell out of their wheelchair, and instead of helping them, we're attacking them. Oh, he got up this time. Good for him. My guilt is in the massage. And he didn't manage to hit us once because he fell off, so that's pretty lucky. So far, we haven't had to do too much healing, but yeah, we only just got here. Alright, second floor. Left first, because the right is the path that we're going. So let's see here. The room where Cloud remembers sleeping when he was looking after Sephiroth 5 years ago, after Sephiroth started to just stay in the mansion. Confining himself to the mansion. Another Funny Breath. Oh, there. It has muddled Kate Sith, but Kate Sith has hit himself, so he's already out of it. So that's probably the best thing that can happen when you get muddled. Because when you're muddled, it means you don't have control over the character, and they'll do pretty much any command randomly, and including attacking your own teammates, or throwing away items, or using spells that don't make sense for the thing. But the best way of curing muddle is simply for the character to get hit. So for the character to immediately hit themselves is actually the best, pretty much the best outcome if you get muddled. So that worked out pretty well. Everybody's got over 1,000 HP now, that's pretty good. I mean, in Cloud's case, he would have quite a bit more. We said if materia takes down the overall MP to a certain degree. Into the the circular room here. Enemy launcher. Ah, so this is what they meant with the box of most oxygen. So, right 36, that's the first thing. So we know the first and last now. Right 36 is the first, and I think it's right 97 for the last. Again, if you're doing this for your first time and you don't know, it would be your best interest to write this stuff down, because it is hard to remember. So there's the safe in question, and we will not engage that at this point. Orderly. Since both our all materials are being used for cure, nobody has an attack all, which would certainly be useful when you're fighting 4 enemies. So now Tifa's been muddled. Hopefully she doesn't do anything too crazy. And when she hit 4 takes this. Speed this up with some magic. And she hit herself, so she took herself out of it. Cloud has been muted. Put another fire too. That thing's in the back row, so we're not hurting it very much. So we really should be concentrating on the front guy. Because until the front row is taken out, the back row is harder to damage. That's all I get. 1 left. And Cloud missed. Everybody just attack and we'll get through this. This is a Monday evening. Yesterday I didn't have much luck. Not too many people came around. I thought maybe on a Sunday they would, so... I don't know, we're early here. Let's see what happens. I mean, the game is getting more interesting as we go. I mean, some really interesting stuff's going to be happening, so I hope some people will be around to see it. But again, just because we're streaming live, doesn't mean this can't be watched at a later point. Another cure. Move our way to the right room, and of course... chest. Magic source. I wonder how many source stuff I have at the moment. As I've said, the way I always do it is my rule is I don't spread them out by need or anything. I just give them all to Cloud. So I've got 2 luck sources, and Cloud gets them both. Speaking of equipment, I think Tifa's still wearing a carbon bangle, even though silver armlets. Yeah. These guys have silver armlets, and so do a couple party members that are in. But Tifa's fine, she's tough. She'll get by. From the flashback, we already know how to get to the basement. It's right here. So at this point, we've only found 2 of the clues. I didn't even find the part with the creaky floor. Or maybe I just wasn't listening. As I said, there's a part on the 2nd floor where if you step on it, you'll hear a sound, and then you have to follow the directions, left, right, whatever. Which, again, I did not write down because I don't need to, but if it was your first time trying to do this, you'd want to write them down so you'd know. Man, all of us have been muted. I mean, I probably wasn't going to use magic anyway, but it's still pretty freaking annoying. These things only have about 500 to 600 HP, so they only take 2 or 3 hits. Yeah, that enemy I was talking about that we can have the enemy steal from, we have not encountered yet, but we might get a chance later. For now, we're going to follow the plot and follow Sephiroth. I think it's possible to get in fights down here, too. Hasn't happened on the stairs, or whatever you want to call it, but... Alright, so that music, that is actually Vincent's music. Ah, very interesting. The music doesn't change for fights. So these bats are annoying because they're like vampire bats and they'll bite you. Blood sucks. It doesn't hurt very much, but yeah, it's like the same thing as Drain, you know, they hurt you and gain a little HP. They're also hard to hit. as there, that demonstrated quite well. 2 straight misses. Kate Sith, you have low magic, so let's try Ice 2. Try a Bolt 2. Not bad. But it's fitting that we're fighting vampire bats, because Vincent is not a vampire, but he kind of seems like one. Especially considering we find him sleeping in a coffin. Yeah, I get almost nothing for that. So that's the room. Vincent's in here. So one of the main thing we're gonna get out of the that safe once we open it, we're gonna get a couple of things. But the main thing is you get a thing called Key to the Basement, and it will unlock this room so that you can talk to Vincent and eventually recruit him. All right, so now we're in. Oh, everything's dark. We're in a mysterious room. Now this is where you can learn some stuff. Luckily, I don't think we get in fights here, but okay. I know there's stuff here to read. Maybe not in this part, but it's all very poignant in a part of the plot and easy to miss. I'm sure plenty of people, maybe their first time through, missed this stuff. But for now, you know who is here. Sephiroth. All that. Ah, and now he's mentioning the reunion. Capitalized. I mean, it's just as well that Sephiroth chooses not to bother with us, because, I mean, he could just slaughter us at this point. Jenova will be at the reunion. Calamity from the skies. That sounds familiar. Ah, and that's right. I'm pretty sure Jenova wasn't an ancient, and this is finally... So for 5 years, Sephiroth was a little bit confused about what he found here, and he drew some conclusions that weren't correct. 1, that Jenova was an ancient. 2, that he was Jenova's son. Neither of those things are true. I don't understand it. And he's openly inviting us to come north past Mount Nibel. Smacks us with, I think that's destruct materia. We'll see how good my memory is. And then shows that he can fly. Destruct. How good am I? How about that? So destruct. Ah, D-barrier, D-spell, and then death. D-barrier is pretty straightforward. If something makes, say, a barrier or an M-barrier, if you cast D-barrier on it, that destroys the barrier. The spell, I think, is just, like, I don't know, if they cast something like Region, I think that would just nullify it. And death is death, something that would instantly kill an enemy, which sounds like the best spell ever. But one thing, it takes forever to learn. Another thing, death has a pretty bad success rate. I mean, you can cast it a lot of times and use a lot of MP doing it, and many times it will simply miss. Especially if it's a boss, because they don't try to let things say that easy. So now we'll go back to the Vincent music, which is good. Okay, there should be some stuff to read here. Okay. 2 escapees were located near Midgar. So I don't know how much I should say at this point. I guess I won't say anything. I will remember later on when this stuff comes up again to, this is all very important though, and it's easy to forget. So let's see here, X month, X day. 2 escapees were located near Midgar, because this is all super important and very easy to miss. And I'm sure plenty of people played through the game, maybe their first time, and didn't either read this or put together what it meant. So at a later point, I will explain this, but for now, we'll just read it. Okay? Report 2. Former member of Soldier. So according to what Cloud has told us, that could be Cloud. No effect could be detected from either Mako radiation therapy or Jenova on him. But for the other, reaction was detected. So is one of those Cloud? Okay, let's still report 2. I'm just trying to be thorough, make sure I don't miss any. 3. A is shot while B resists. Or B escapes. And they're saying A was the member of Soldier. And B must not have been a member of Soldier. They couldn't both have been. because otherwise why make the distinction for one and not the other? So the member of soldier was shot. Now wait a second, back in 2. So there's the interesting, that's an interesting wrinkle, right? The member of soldier had no effect with the Mako radiation therapy or any sort of interaction with Nova. The second one, who apparently since they don't mention that he is a former member of soldier, he did have a reaction. Cloud claims he was a member of soldier, but he couldn't have been that guy because that guy was shot. When they say shot, it seems to suggest killed. Can I get around to the back there or what? No, here's where 4 starts. So, currently unknown. Pursuit is unnecessary due to his diminishing consciousness, which you can draw on your own conclusion what they mean by that, but it just makes it seem like he's either dying or when they say consciousness, they maybe just mean like he's not going to remember any of this stuff, awaiting further instructions. So is that it? Is it only 4 things? I guess so. But wait, I know there's a bit more. Right, but I guess it can't also be in this room, because I cannot get over to the other side of the desk. I'm just completely blocked. So we got the 4 reports here, but there's a little bit more. And maybe, I couldn't click it before, but maybe I can find it here now. I know there's a bit more. Here we go. C project, specimen B, code C. A scratch left by a fingernail. Let's get out of here. So the 2 were in tubes next to each other, and they're communicating by making those marks. One of them says, so obviously an escape. So this suggests what we were talking about. Feeding time, that's our chance. So yeah, we have the 2 subjects, most likely the ones mentioned above. A member of soldier and somebody else that were experimented on. This is them plotting their escape, which they did succeed in, although A was shot and killed, while B, the one that actually had reactions to stuff, managed to get away. Now, I could clear all this up and say exactly what it means right now, but I won't. We'll wait until things reveal themselves later in the story, but I don't know if you've been following so long or played the game before, obviously you know what it is. And I think that's all there is to be found. So now we return to our quest, the side quest, upstairs. Which is to be able to open the safe so we can get the key to get Vincent. I'm a little worried because it's a very hard boss fight. Okay, I think it's, yeah, as soon as I say, it's possible getting fights again. Oh, it's just these pumpkin head things again. Yeah, funny breath. I'm having a lot of trouble connecting. I've been missing a lot. I still think I forgot to set Tifa's limit. Because Tifa, yeah. We said Tifa has gained, I think, water kick, but I keep forgetting that that's level 2, and you need to set it to get it, so as soon as this fight's over, I will set it. Ooh, got a lot of damage off that somersault, though. Okay. Good, we really do need to level, because we got a pretty difficult fight in front of us. Okay, so let's go to Tifa's limit. Yeah, there's water kick, so we need to set it. So there, now it will be water kick. Speaking of limit breaks, that's another thing that gets gained. I remember there's like sort of 3 major things we gain from this save. One is the key for Vincent, one is a key piece of materia, I won't say which one, and the other is for somebody's limit break. See how he reacts to the flamethrower. Nope, not good at all. Bolt 2 then. No, this guy's pretty magic resistant. I don't know, he's got a very strong physical attack. Kate sits right near his limit. seems like the best thing to do is just hit him. He has a fair amount of HP, takes a little while, but luckily he's by himself, so he can't inflict a ton. Oh, and there's that thing where he falls off the chain again. It's so pathetic. Let's see if he can make it. No, he fell. I'm a bit annoyed that, well, I guess I'm not annoyed, but so far we found 2 of the clues. What was the one about the tea set? What room is that in? Plus, I don't think I found the part on the floor that, like, squeaks either. Yet I don't need to, I know what the combination is, but I just wanted to... Oh, this might be the thing I was talking about that has the thing I can learn. Let's see, let's kill one really quickly and leave one alive and see what he does. Uh-oh. Suddenly I'm cast 0 damage on that guy. What does that mean? Okay. We'll leave you alone. Oh, right, it's the way they tip their scale. I think if it's at one end, yeah, let's see if I'm right. So now I think you can only hurt them with magic attacks. Yeah, okay, so now that they're flipped that way, I need to attack them with magic. Which is, actually something that's going to happen with the boss I'm talking about. The boss we're going to fight, now, in addition to being really hard, takes 2 different forms, depending upon how you attack him. One that's either based on magic attacks or physical attacks. Okay, so it's pretty close to getting to 26. A lot of money from that, that's nice. Can't find any creak in the floor here. Okay, we'll go over to the other side. Oh, I'm so sick of you guys. But I really don't want to run away from fights, because whatever I can do to level is pretty good at this point. Pretty needed, pretty necessary, I'll say. I know I keep talking about how difficult this boss fight coming up is, but I don't know. I've died in it more than once before, so... Sephiroth's been muddled, but we'll just leave him. Wait, he hits himself out of it in a minute. Oh, come on, buddy. Stop hitting Tifa. Oh, okay, so now he hits Cloud. Come on, technically you could hit anybody. Even when you're muddled, you can still hit the enemy, technically. That was annoying. Tifa and Cloud need to be perked up again, Jesus. Tifa has reached 26, pretty good. Okay, Tifa, this one's on you. Alright, so the other side. Where is that part in the floor? Is it downstairs? So all this running around I'm doing right now is fairly unnecessary. And actually, before I decide to do the save, I'm going to go outside. Ooh, critical hit. I'm going to go outside and save. Because I'm not going to die and then have to do all this over again. No fucking way. That ain't happening. Nope. Good thing for the critical hit. That got us through pretty quickly. Yeah, I'm not doing this yet. I still want to find the other stuff. So far, I only found 2. Is the other stuff downstairs and I didn't ever notice? Okay, really gonna listen for that creak in the floor. And where was that tea set anyway? I thought the tea set was upstairs. Oh, look who it is. Funny breath? Oh yeah. You guys gotta get some new moves. It's always Kate Sith that it works on. Oh, now Cloud too. Okay, this has become a dangerous situation. Come on, just let me get run out of this one. There. That just did not feel worth going through, even though Cloud fixed himself towards the end. No creak in the floor here. There's no tea set. Man, look at this fight. I said I wouldn't be running, but... Okay, fine, we'll stay. Yeah, okay, you're muting us, we get it. Unfortunately, at this point in the game, we don't have a ribbon. A ribbon would be really useful, because it protects against every status ailment. Again, I shouldn't be hitting the guy in the back, took less damage, but I got committed, so... Where the hell's that tea set? I can't remember. Preemptive, so we'll do it. Joe was here, he's coming back. Some other people show up. I get lonely. And for the 100th time, Kate Sith has been muddled. Man, he's susceptible to that. Don't hit us. Hit... Well, at least we're picking up Phoenix Downs. I was already in here. What's that tea set? I can't believe I'm going back upstairs, but I am. Just annoyed that I can't remember where certain things are. Although at this, they really don't serve any purpose, because I know the combination already. Maybe I'm just wasting time, because I'm worried about the boss fight. Oh, 4 of the pumpkin head things. That's refreshing. Oh, don't hit the back guy. Let me guess, you're gonna muddle Kate Sith. Oh. Not that time. Cloud has reached level 30, pretty good. Where is the creak in the floor? Could have sworn it was over here somewhere, but I've walked everywhere. I know I'm bringing all this on myself by running around. I'm just a bit annoyed that there are 4 clues and I only found 2 of them. One of them is the tea set thing and one of them is the creak in the floor. I know, you have to get your funny breath in there. Great, Cloud hit himself. Finish this. One more should do it. Ah, of course. Thank you. Cases is at 27. Very good. So where's the creak in the floor? Eventually somebody's going to be watching this and remember exactly where it is, and they'll laugh at me. They'll say, you couldn't remember where it was? Okay, fine, we don't need it. Like I said, I found 2 out of the 4 clues. It's not like I need all of them anyway. I know what the combo is. I guess I could just go do it. So what I'm going to do now is exit the mansion. Hello, DJ Mexicano.tx. Glad to have you back. We're at the Shinra Mansion in Nibelheim. We've already encountered Sephiroth, who's taken off across the mountains. We're just on the optional part, which is following the clues to open up the safe. If we can get the safe open, then we can get the key to the basement and we can recruit optional character Vincent. I don't want to do this fight. All I want to do right now is leave. So I'm going to go outside the town. Now these guys are just going to say that he's gone, right? Sephiroth's gone? Or this guy's going to say, right? Over mountains, blah, blah, blah. Left us. Over mountains, gone. Right. Okay. So I'm going to step outside. I'm going to very quickly switch Tifa out for Aerith, because Aerith, I think, has a silver armlet. I want to take off the silver armlet so that Tifa can have it. Call Tifa back. Give her the silver armlet. Just, oh, look at that. I mean, that's a big increase. So that's pretty necessary. So we got ice plus the added effect. She's got a Fripp. Kate says has Ramu. Well, Cloud, you have the most HP, so you can have the Choco mob. Poison is pretty important for the fight. This optional boss fight that I keep blabbing about it being so hard is a fairly effective spell, so it's good the Cloud has it. What is the other materia? Is there anything in here? The barrier, Demi, Confuse. No, everybody's pretty much got what they need, so we will use a tent. Although I guess we could stay at the inn instead of using a tent. Okay, fine. This takes it a little longer, but we will walk in. We'll use the inn with all these weird people that insist the town has always been here and never burned down. So we were, yeah, only 100 gil, so mathematically it makes sense, although why am I worried about money at this point? I've got over 20,000. But whatever. So now the party is rested. Now we will step outside. I will save. We will head back to the mansion, and we will try to do the, try to open the safe. And if we're successful, we have probably the toughest fight of the game so far. Again, a totally optional fight, you don't have to do it, but there's no way I would not do it. Gotta get Vincent, gotta get the other stuff. So yeah, back into the mansion we go. In just a moment. I remember they say that the creak in the floor is near a chair. And now that I think about it, when they're talking about ivory, they probably meant the piano. So, instead of going straight forward, I'm just going to double check something. Alright, so that's the piano. The piano has ivory keys. So somewhere around this piano. Oh, is this once again the chance? Am I playing the same song that I did before? And one of the keys is missing. Oh, that makes it a lot harder. I can't believe I did this before, because yeah, now you have to play the song with a couple of the keys missing. Okay, no. No. Okay. No. Whatever. I guess if you had played it properly. But actually it said behind, so you mean behind the piano? Yeah. So that's just screwing around. So there it is. So there's the second one, left 10. So that's 3 of the 4. The fourth being right 97. The first is, I think, right 36. So now left 10 is the second one. So the only thing left is the creak in the floor, which I am positive is upstairs. I ran all over the place and I couldn't find it. No, I don't want to deal with you again. Come on, can we just go? Yeah. Welcome back, Joe. Still working on the safe here. So the creek is near the wall. The most annoying thing about games like this is when you're trying to figure something out and constantly getting interrupted by random fights, it really messes up your train of thought. Or at least it does with me. It often, especially in areas I don't know well, it'll lead me to getting lost. Like, I'll totally lose my sense of direction and bearings. You know, if you're on a screen that has like multiple paths, and I'm trying to figure out the one to take and stuff, and I'm working my way towards, I'm mentally mapping out where I'm going, and then boom, I get in a fight, and as soon as I come out of the fight, I've kind of forgotten what I was doing. I've never really gotten better at that. So yeah, getting interrupted when you're trying to do something is just the worst, but it's all part of the game. I keep getting all these mirrors. I don't even remember what mirrors do. What do mirrors do? It's way down at the bottom, I guess. It's got 3 mirrors. Okay, it will cast reflect on the party. So that's actually pretty useful. I thought it was around here. You know, part of me wonders if you only can do it once. And if you don't hear it. I'm not sure. Let's just click around. Ah, there we go. Right 59. So there. Now we've got them all. So that would be right 36, left 10, right 59, right 97. And you can't go backwards. You can't go back over a number. So, and it's hard too. It's a very sensitive thing, so you have to be really careful how you move it. Like if you're trying to move to 36, it's very easy to go right past it. It's very delicate. So let's see if we can do it without screwing up. And I really hope I'm ready for this boss fight. And again, you have to do it fast. You only have 20 seconds to do it. Alright, right 36, left 10. I have a bad feeling about this. Yeah. $36. Can't go past it. 10. 59. I'm not going to make it this time. I have to go faster than what I've been doing. fail. That's okay. Just have to be faster. Ah, screwed up. Yeah, went one by. Okay. Ah, I went one by again. It was 97 and I hit 98. At least there's no penalty, it just starts over. This time for sure. I'm always too slow in the first one, and it puts me at a big disadvantage going forward. Oh, I did it again, man. I told you, it's a very sensitive safe, and I'm trying my best. You know, I'm using the D-pad on this. This should do it. Boom. And then we see we have some red materia, which is a summon materia, and now we get a difficult fight. So I really hope I don't screw up, because this thing is quite powerful. It would have been more useful. At least, as we can see, Cloud and Tifa are fairly close to limit breaks, so that should help. So basically, this thing has two forms depending upon how you attack it. One that's based on physical attacks and one that's based on magic. I'm pretty sure the best route to go is to hit it with magic and make it take its magic form. You can tell it changes form by it'll change color. It'll change like orange or I think purple. And it's very powerful once you get to either of those forms, which I think is once you're around getting it down to about 50% of its HP. And it has some extremely powerful attacks that can kill a party member in a single hit. So the best way, I think he has less devastating attacks if you focus on magic here. So let's see how it goes. We'll start with some summons. Oh yeah, we picked up Titan. Does anybody have Titan? Because that Titan, we picked up Titan in Gongaga, but nobody's used it yet. We haven't seen Gongaga in action. We've used it for it before, but here we go. It'll probably be underwhelming. 367, not terrible. There's Ramu with the Judgment Bolt. Oh, we managed to stop it. Again, that's a huge advantage that we managed to stop it. That must have been, again, Choco Mode. Choco Mode is really coming through for me. Now I might go summon Shiva. Well, this is the second time I've really benefited from Choco Mode, because Choco Mode randomly can cast stop when it hits something, and that's what happened in the one-on-one fight between Dyne and Barret, which really helped me, because again, that's a one-on-one fight, so to have a whole bunch of extra turns really gave me the advantage there, because it's really easy to die in a one-on-one fight, obviously. You know, you have to weigh whether or not you want to heal or not. Plus, Barret didn't have any creative magic at the time. So anyway, just keep using magic. I'm able to use Shiva again, so I will. Keep hammering him with magic, because we want him to take the magic form. Okay, I see Stop is worn off, so he's going to start attacking again, but hopefully I've gotten in quite a few licks that will give me a bit of an advantage here. Again, we're dealing with a very powerful enemy. He hasn't really done anything to us yet, but believe me, he's capable. And And then I'll have to be very vigilant about the healing. Strong physical attack, but nothing to write home about. Alright, I forgot. I said poison's very useful on it, so this is our first chance to use Bio 2. Never used it before. Ah, there. So he's about halfway now, and he's chosen his orange magic form. Bio 2. And he's poisoned. That's really good. Casting Quake 2, just on Cloud, luckily not the entire party. Really devastating attack. Okay, Fire 2's not very effective. Get up. Or is it now that he's switched forms, maybe now we're supposed to hit him physically? I think that's what it is. Now that I put him into his magic form, I think the best thing to do is to hit him with physical attacks. Oh, finally, we get to see water kick, which is, again, it just adds to it. Unlike other people, when you set the limit, everything's just added on top. With other people, once you set the limit, you can't go back using them. Yeah, so now we just hit him physically. Ah, see, that went really well. All that hype I said about being worried about dying, but I was prepared. I knew what to do. Oh, now we've got Quake 2. So there it is, Cosmo Memory. That is Red 13, or Nanaki's ultimate level, limit break. So of course that means he can't use it. Key to the basement. Then one of my favorite summon materia is Odin. So that was great. We did a great job there, everybody. High five, high five. High fives all around. But is anybody carrying, So somebody must have, I must have forgotten to unequip somebody before I switched, because somebody has Titan. I know I picked up Titan. I got Titan at Gagaga at the ruined reactor there after the scene between Scarlet and Sen. Anyway, now we don't have to screw around anymore, and we can head to the basement. I am so sick of you. Alright, to the basement. As you can see, what I did, instead of just trying to find the creak in the floor and then following the number of steps, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with. Again, if you wrote it down, then you can follow it. I just spazzed around for a while until I found what I was looking for. Oh, of course. What's funny about Vincent is at first he won't really even talk to you, and it seems like you're gonna get nowhere with him. Because he just basically tells you to get lost. Even though the note we read that talked about the game of finding him in the basement talks about them putting him to sleep, it seems like Vincent could leave anytime he wanted, but chose to stay in the sleep to atone for his sins. There's a very specific sin that we're talking about, but again, I will not give that away. But he's going to add a few more cryptic layers to the whole Sephiroth puzzle. So here's his music again, going through the purple tunnel. Now we can open the door. Coffins, okay, pretty creepy. Oh, for God's sake. I was right there and those bats attacked me. I don't want to deal with bats. Here, bats, eat Shiva. I've got no time for bats. Hopefully this kills him. These things are still alive, great. Come on, people, it's a Monday night. Hockey's over. Basketball's over. There's no football. Final Fantasy VII is the only game in town. Okay, that was annoying. Now, can we finally get on with this? Open the... Or do you have to just leave? Maybe there's nothing we can do by clicking it. Maybe we have to leave? Okay, there we go. And of course, Vincent speaks all in weird, you know, cliches. Rises out of the coffin just like a vampire. And yeah, right away, he doesn't know who we are, we gotta look. He really does not want to talk to us. Ah, a tone, yes. I remember. Nothing to say to strangers, get out. This mansion's the beginning of your nightmare. I found all the mansion stuff. You're the last little bit of the mansion secrets. I found everything else. See, Cloud knows. Talk about Sephiroth. Definitely that's the option you have to take. I don't know if it screws it up forever. I think you just ends the conversation and you can come back. But I mean, if you want things to go forward, you talk about Sephiroth. Because he knows a thing or two about Sephiroth. Exactly, he found the secrets hidden in this mansion. He did, but once again, I've pointed this out several times, he drew the wrong conclusions from it. At least he did 5 years ago. At this point, I think he knows more of the truth now, although I don't know if he knows all of it. Yeah. You know Sephiroth? Nice lazy backflip. So now I guess we tell him, I don't know how much we tell him, but we tell him quite a bit. I guess that's supposed to be like let us know that a lot of time has passed. Now, did he mention 5 years ago, or is he just talking about what's going on now? I don't know. Ah, Sephiroth knows he was created 5 years ago. And about the Nova project. See, that's not entirely right either. Sephiroth wasn't created 5 years ago. Something happened to him 5 years ago, but that's not when he came into being. And of course it couldn't be, because he had a reputation and was going around doing stuff before the Nibelheim mission. That's interesting too. Vincent says 5 years ago. Vincent, we find out later, has been in there for about 30 years, but he seems to have a pretty good feel for exactly how long he's been there, because he's talking about 5 years ago. Oh. And now he says he can't tell us anything. Well, that's pretty annoying. Yeah. So at first his conclusion is, okay, that just makes things even worse than I thought. I'm gonna go back to sleep. Yeah. And at this point, there's nothing we can say or do. Oh my god, I took half a step and those bats are back on me. So annoying me. Oh, it's some undead thing. Interesting. Let's sense him. He knows magic. Physical attack does nothing against him. Ying, level 24. Doesn't say anything about weaknesses. Well, at least we can hit him with a limit break. Try some magic. 800, that's very good, but he's still got at least 300 or 400 left. Oh, he's so slow. He's slowing everything down. Seriously, I'm waiting all day for him to cast this spell. Yes, I get it. You know Bolt 2. Good for you. It's like two corpses sewn together. I guess he's supposed to be like one of like Hojo's experiments, the idea that he also took horrible unholy things. Ah, crap, that's only half of him. That's right. Let me guess. You're Yang? And all that damage I did before was just to one part? Let's see if I'm right. Oh, everything about him is so slow. You don't regenerate, do you? What are you doing? Yang's happy. Yep, yin and yang. It's never a good thing when the weird undead monstrosity attacking you is happy. He's only got 600 left. Okay, let's finish this. Hell, Cloud will finish you. Oh, that was an ordeal, but it felt necessary. We didn't really get anything special out of it, though. So anyway, at this point, if I try to talk to Vincent again, he just basically says, I mean, you can try to get a little bit out of him. Who are you? Ah. So that he was part of a previous generation of the Turks. And this is where you know we've got him, because we're able to name him. So technically, you could have gone through all of that and simply walked away when he told you to, and then not recruited him. But of course, that would be really stupid. So there, Vincent. But now, oh, the Turks. Formerly of the Turks. Yeah, I've spent several decades in a coffin. Ah, and the first mention of Lucretia. This is what I was talking about him adding some layers. Lucretia. Gave birth to Sephiroth. Now that is correct information. Gave birth to Cloud? Which isn't too weird, I mean, we're humans. People give birth to people. Ah, but that's right, believing the Genova. So again, this is all really important information that you could easily miss out on if you don't get Vincent. Because yeah, this whole thing, this idea that Sephiroth had 5 years ago that Genova was his mother, is not right. And then, what kind of answer is that? That doesn't clear anything up. That isn't completely wrong, but just a theory. He's born from a beautiful lady, yes, Lucretia. And you were in love with her, right? Assistant to Professor Gast. I know I already gave some stuff away here that I said I wasn't going to give stuff away, but I had early mentioned that Professor Gast, the original person on the Genova project, would turn out to be Aerith's father. That was your sin, okay. Tifa makes a good point. And like that. Okay, now he's done talking. Let me sleep, yeah. So now all he says is let me sleep. So basically all we have to do is leave, and he'll decide to join us on his own. God, I'm sick of bats. Can't we just run? Okay, there, you all got some of our blood. We're leaving now. Okay, now we just leave. And once we get to the end of, yeah. Vincent did some thinking in those last few seconds. And that's a pretty good gamble, because we never mentioned Hojo, but yes, Hojo's involved. Sooner or later. So that's the carrot that works for Vincent. Because a lot of this is Hojo's fault, as we find out. Being a former Turk, I may have helped. Plus also the mention from the letter of them altering him and experimenting on him. We'll eventually see the fruits of that. Alright then. So I could just put him in the party right now. He starts at level 30, that's handy. And I think most people, I mean, Vincent's this cool, mysterious character. They would jump at the fact to just add him to the party right away. I'm not going to do that. I'm not even going to take him through the mountains. Okay. Now we can finally get back on the path here. Side mission to recruit Vincent has been a success. Now let's just get the hell out of Dodge. Don't go backwards. We want to get out of here at the minimum amount of fights. Everything that can be done has been done. I found everything. I read every scrap of information. I picked up everything there was to pick up. And I got Vincent. So it's time to leave. Of course, there had to be at least one more goddamn fight. And look who it is. Preemptive attack. How about we just run? Yeah. Christmas came early. And we're out. Oh, thank God. Okay. It's time to go through the mountains. I'm going to change up the party a little bit now. I am going to take the materia from Tifa and Keitsa. I'm going to have Keitsa put on the carbon bangle. I am going to exit the town. PHS again. And we're going classic. We're going to bring Barrett. Again, I always feel like I'm leaving poor Aerith behind, so I guess I'll take Aerith. And now Aerith can put the silver armlet back on. Lightning Staff still her best weapon? Nope. Wiser Staff and Prism Staff. Look at that. Prism Staff all the way, baby. And for Barrett, even though we picked up the enemy launcher lately, it's not as good as his Heavy Vulcan. Wait a minute, who has Titan? Okay, let's get to the bottom of this. Red, you must have it. What do you have, Red? There we go. Gotta take your stuff off, too. Really, this party makes more sense, but once again, I'm going back to my theme of just feeling bad for Aerith and wanting to include her. So things are always a little tougher with her around. She's never going to be very good at attacking or anything. But we can at least give her some nice materia. So let's leave her. Both fires are on fire, too. I'll give her the slightly better one and the added effect. And of course, healing's an important thing, so she'll heal. I will give her Titan. Heal. Some of these others haven't been used at all, so it's time to get them into the game. The time has been used a little bit. I'll give her gravity. Now for Barrett. We get the other fire. Y'all. We'll give Barrett, Odin, and Ifrit. A slightly better sense. One of the enemy skills hasn't learned anything, so he's pretty loaded up, but that's okay. Okay, so we're good to go. So now we will save. Nice to have all that accomplished. Head back into the town. Very quickly stay at the inn. Probably not necessary, but we're being thorough. So it took us a little bit over an hour to conclude the Shinra Mansion business and get Vincent. That's not too bad. Now finally, over the mountains gone. And as Sephiroth himself invited us, said north, he's going north of the mountains, so this is the way to go, so. The party's never been here before, but some of this will be familiar because it's part of, again, the flashback from 5 years ago. Of course, it's going to be longer. That flashback did skip some areas. So, of course, now we're making our way through with lots of fights to go on, to deal with. Too early in the evening for me to be losing my perspicacity. Look how far I made it without a fight. Okay, I want that chest. Curve around. It's a little difficult to maneuver, but I'll get there. Yeah, so I hope you like insects, because for some reason the Nibel Mountain range is friggin' full of them, and I can't stand them. Man, that lay flat, by the time this is over, I'm gonna get hit by that like 100 times. Oh, I hate it. It's so creepy, too, the way they climb up on you. Look at them, they're just pounding the crap out of poor Cloud. Oh, Cloud's first death. First time in the game Cloud fell. Let's get him up. Oh great, I couldn't see what I was doing and I used it on myself. Okay, let's try that again. I can't see. Is that it? Okay, good. That was embarrassing. So that was the first time in this run-through that Cloud has fallen. But I got him up. These guys were on a mission for it, too. They just kept hitting him over and over again. Oh, lay flat. God, I hate this. And these things are all the way through. Even at the very other end of this, there's more of these goddamn things. Jesus, they have a hard-on for Cloud. Oh, and that's just the first one. What can you do? Let's use some items. Good enough. Rune Blade. Okay, as I recall, the Rune Blade is kind of... Let's see. Less slots and nothing joined. But I mean, as you can see, it's definitely worth your while. The attack is slightly better, attack percentage way better, plus you get double growth. I is gonna... Oh, that's okay, I only have Restore All anyway, so my lightning wasn't all, so it doesn't really mess anything up. So what I should really do is move the stuff that I want to learn fastest, because it would be getting the double growth. Maybe Choco Mode isn't the best thing to have up there. So I'll switch those around. Something else that could get some fast growth in, Oh, nobody's carrying Revive, so here's a good chance for Revive to work. Hell, we still have Chocobo Mode. Right. The Rune Blade also is very distinct looking. It sort of has like a wide, sort of flat edge, I think. Anyway, certainly worth the detour. Unfortunately, this is a fairly long section. There's all sorts of stuff that we did not see in the flashback. Somebody fixed the bridge. Which, I mean, makes perfect sense. Somebody put up an entire new town somehow. What's funny is nobody ever really gives an explanation for that. You just sort of piece it together logistically. Like, nobody specifically, I think, talks about Nibelheim being restored. Barret hurts them the most. Flying stuff gets hurt more by long-range weapons like guns, like Barret uses. Of course, Cloud is always your heavy hitter. I think I'm on my own again. People have dropped in, but they haven't managed to stay. Too bad. Although at this point, we're just making our way through the mountain here, so there's not much story. We did most of the story stuff, so this is mostly just dungeon stuff. Making your way through the mountain and fighting. There's also a boss you have to beat to complete the area, but Not super hard, but I have been killed by it before, so certainly not to be underestimated. Was I going up or down? I'm going up, right? See, that's what I'm talking about. I already forgot where I was. Okay, so this is annoying. So the area is shorter than I thought. So those pipes take you different ways. And I've never memorized them. For now, we're gonna skip the pipes. And they drop you to places. And there's still a ladder. Yeah, I don't want to put that ladder down yet, or do I? Okay, yeah, I want that down so I can climb back up it. As you can see, the pipes intertwine and they drop you at different places. And I want to take all possible paths. I don't think there's actually any point in going to the reactor. But we'll go in just for the hell of it. Just to take a trip down memory lane, I suppose. Ah, these things are creepy as hell too. I hate them. Yeah, the enemies in Mount Nibel are creepy as hell. They're big giant bugs, or these weird alien-looking things with 6 eyes. Oh, I hate it. I'm not sure what stare down does. Does it stop them? No, we can still fight. And we're not muted, because if you're muted, you have like a weird symbol above your head. Oh, you creepy bastards. I hate you so much. Oh, they grab you too. See? Oh, they're so creepy, the enemies in this. Luckily, they don't have a lot of HP and you can take them out, but... So, once again, if you're just going for speed, you can get through the area pretty quickly. You could have just, Alright. I don't think there's anything to be gained from going in here, but let's do it anyway. I don't think you can get in fights here. It's like, okay, this is the reactor. 5 years ago, this is where Jenova was being stored until Sephiroth took her out of here. But there are also a bunch of weird monsters that were created by the Mako. Tifa was here. This would be kind of bad memories for her. This is where her father was killed and where she was very gravely injured shortly after. Can I look into any of these? This is the one that Cloud used to look into. But no, I guess you can't look into them. And the room is just closed. It still says Jenova. See, I don't think there's anything you can actually find or do in here. It's just kind of to see it. So, yeah, here's the place. So now we'll just go out the way we came in. Just for the sake of being thorough. As I've said many times. There's the Mount Nibel reactor, a place of much drama, but wow, it's quiet. So you can exit through the bottom here. Where does this go? And this goes onto a path that we're gonna follow. So let's take a look at Odin. This will be our first chance to use Odin. Odin's a great summon. Odin has a little bit of a backstory in Final Fantasy VI when he was an escort. Steel-bladed sword. This is so badass. Starts with the moon. It'll start raining, I think. Oh, there he is. A lone horseman with antlers. An antlered helmet. This horse has 6 legs. Okay, that's an instant dispatch. So that's the cool thing about Odin. That was the first time we ever used him, and that's an attack that only happens rarely. Unlike other summons where it's the same thing over and over again, randomly and rarely, he'll do that kind of attack, which is just an instant dispatch. As you see, it doesn't even take damage. It just simply kills the enemy. But usually he does this thing with, like, I think a spear or something that does pretty decent damage. So that's pretty lucky that on the first try, we got to see sort of his secret attack. And I don't think any other summons have that. Have like an extra special attack. But he just automatically dispatches whatever the enemies are. Alright, so there's a little cave in here I want to check out. I don't know if we have to walk back the way we came, or if this cave will loop us back towards the area we were in before. Because again, it's not too hard to get through this area. The path we have to go through is blocked by a giant bug boss thing that we have to fight. And we could just simply go right up to it and fight it and move on, but of course I want to make sure that I'm taking all the possible options. I have to say, it's a little bit lonely. Yesterday I lost my resolve because I didn't really have enough of an audience. It's not gonna happen again. Oh, this is our first chance to see Grenade Bomb. Which is Barrett's first limit break that hits more than one enemy. This hits everybody. That's basically what it is, a Grenade Bomb. Simple and effective. Oh, look at that, Chocomo. Chocomo didn't even need the double growth. I'd moved it out of there. So here's like the glowy cave. Go down here first. There's a way out through here. Ah, okay. That's where we want to go. But first I want that chest, obviously. Sniper CR, that's a gun for Vincent. Again, I think most gamers probably take Vincent through this area since it's your first chance to use him. And that's probably what I did before. Oh, look, it's the dragon we saw Sephiroth fight in the flashback. A very strong dragon. Look at that. He is capable of killing us, so let's be very careful. That didn't hurt very much for all the MP I wasted. The good news is we're very close to levels. We're limitless. Oh, look at 1,400! And Cloud is down. See? I could die here. He could just do that 3 times in a row. Once again, Aerith puts the Phoenix down on herself. Suddenly I don't like my odds. Shit, I could die. Aerith, run. Please run. She ran, thank God. That was what we call in the biz a really close call. 2 of us down and only Aerith standing. Yeah. I mean, I've killed that dragon before, and I expected to again. That really took me by surprise. Okay. Get everybody back up on their feet. Look, this was part of the flashback, the little Mako fountain. And there is a piece of materia here. Elemental. Ah, I love elemental materia. I'd love to use it right away, but the problem is what Cloud's using right now doesn't have any joined slots. I don't want to take away the restore all, because that's really important. Now, he has a fire all. We're going to take off that all. But elemental adds materia element to equipped weapon or armor. Yeah, maybe it's better to have it... Yeah, that's an interesting idea. So we're going to have his silver armlet have the fire element, which basically means fire attacks will be either weak against him or perhaps nullified. So yeah, cool. There's a materia fountain that was part of the flashback. Or Sephiroth gives Cloud a little lesson in Mako and materia. There's a weird colorful cave. Hard to see the path, but there it is. I want that chest. It's so annoying when you can't see where you are. Do I have to do it from the top? I'm not leaving without that chest, that's for sure. There must be a way through here. It's so difficult when you can't see what you're doing. And this is a dangerous cave. That dragon that attacked me, it's in this cave too. And here I am fucking around. There we go. And up. Don't be the dragon, don't be the dragon, don't be the dragon, don't be the dragon. Okay, we'll fight you guys. Wow, healing wind's completely useless at this point, because we're already pretty much fully healed, but critical hits are always welcome. Okay, Aerith and Cloud have been stopped in their tracks by that stupid stare down. It's different than stop, though, because stop doesn't make you drop to your knee. Anyway, it wore off Cloud pretty quickly, so this should finish things up. Wrap it up, Cloud. I hope something good is in this chest, considering what I risked to get it. An elixir, okay. Well, I mean, those are rare. You can't buy them, so... Although, usually, by the time I've beaten the game, I've used an elixir maybe once. Okay. I can't remember if this is all a loop or what. We're gonna find out. Up and around. Right? Or how do I get up? There's a way up. Okay, just... This is a dead end, isn't it? Oh great, it's this creepy grasshopper things that hug you again. No more lay flat. Oh my god. It's like it's laying its eggs in you or something. It's so creepy. Good job, Aerith. Take it off. Cloud is starting to average over 300 per hit. That's encouraging. But man, these things take over 200 themselves. And that is annoying. So that's tier 1 here. I know there's a way up there, those paths. Where does this go? This all seems to be like a dead end. How about now? Let's just look over there and see if we can go around. Does this go around like a corner? Nope, seems to just be a... Oh, look at that. Always pays off to explore. And here's your punishment for exploring. Relentless, random battles with horrible enemies. God damn it. I heal and then boom, it's gone. Couldn't that have killed it? Kill me, Smalls. You're gonna get Clyn hazarded. And I'm probably gonna really regret wasting it on you, but I'm annoyed. So here we go. Again, you can't really get the full effect for Clyn Hazard if you're attacking a small enemy. It's most impressive when it's a large enemy, because then you like stab it in the guts and then tear right through it. It doesn't really visually line up with something as low as that enemy, but what are you gonna do? Okay, so that actually didn't accomplish anything, did it? It just took me in a weird circle. It proves that you can do it, but it accomplishes nothing. Except for, of course, causing even more random fights. This area's annoying. Enemies average over 200 per attack. Can really wear your party down. Okay, so all that was pointless. We're still paying for it. Harrier, I know. realize we're in a fairly boring section, and I don't really have much I can add or say. But I do hope some other spectators will eventually make an appearance. Cloud's down to 500, that's not good. Barrett and Aerith are both kind of low for the area. I think you probably want to be around 28 at least for the area, so they've got some catching up to do. Boom. Doesn't go anywhere. Okay, so there is a way to get onto those higher parts. I just don't know how. Don't be there. Oh god, no. This time we're just running. Okay, everybody hit it with something really good. Taking a risk here. I think Shiva does decent damage to the thing, but this thing has a lot of HP. Like 5,000 or 6,000 maybe. And that didn't even do 500. Okay, so this is our first chance to see Titan. Pretty cool. It's probably not going to hurt him too much, but visually I enjoy it. He's going to pick him up and flip him over. I'd rather Titan just ran in and broke his neck, but we don't get to choose. 448 is pretty good, but again, this thing can kill us at any moment. The good news is we're about to do a good heal here. Again, this is something that can kill us in one attack, and did so twice before. But as long as it keeps doing flamethrower, no problem. Especially if it does it to Cloud, because Cloud is wearing the fire ring and can absorb it. So, just keep doing flamethrower and we'll be okay. Demi probably won't work. Yes, Demi did not work. Hit him with Shiva again. This thing is worth using a lot of MP on. Oh shit. Didn't kill her. And the good news is we get another healing wind out of it. So that works to our advantage. Although Cloud and Barrett are both fine. You get a lot of experience if you kill this thing. So that's what I'm trying to do. But even at 1400, this thing could take Cloud out with one hit. And we saw it do it before. So this does take a little bit of luck, too. Sense him. As long as he keeps doing flamethrower, we'll be okay. We can handle that. Level 32. Got 3,500, so not as much as I thought. Doesn't say anything about weaknesses, though. Yeah, just keep hitting Cloud with flamethrower and we'll be just fine. Barrett's MP is getting low. Who's he gonna kill? Didn't kill Barrett. Took him over, because why not? You're pretty brave, I give you that. Charged right into a dragon. 41, pretty underwhelming. Okay, Barrett, please kill it with this hit. Damn it, that didn't do it. Got him. Okay. I'm not doing that again, though. I just wanted to get it done once. Ah, Fire Fang and 1,400 bucks, not bad. Although less experience than I was expecting. I thought we'd get more out of it. Everybody's gonna need some ethers. We only have 10 of them. That's the other thing about this area. You run around in it too long, you can really get worn down. Now we're going to go back up and start using the pipes. Does this take us anywhere, or is this another weird dead end? Another weird dead end. Ah, for God's sake. Now I'm stuck. Not stuck, but you know what I mean. Screw this. DJ always comes by to say hello. Damn it, how do I get back down? I walked up here, how come I can't walk back down? Yeah, I know, this is a dead end. Stuff like this drives me crazy. Come on, why can't I go around? There we go. Okay, so simply just go back the way we came. Hey, those things. I didn't know they were here. Alright, kill Mr. Stare Down first. Obviously, they're a slightly stronger version. Barrett, what did you just hit? I want everybody to kill Stare Down guy. I mean, it's always in your best interest, if you're not using something that targets everybody, to target one enemy at a time. Because whether an enemy's at full HP or has one left, they still do as much damage to you. So it's in your interest not to spread out the damage, but to do whatever you can to minimize, you know, how many enemies you're fighting at once. If you got 5 enemies, concentrate on one, get it down to 4 as quick as possible, and keep doing it that way. Spreading out the damage is not useful unless you plan to set up an attack that's going to hit everything, in which case, then it is a good strategy. Okay, so we're going to go up past the, through this path again, past the, reactor, the Mako reactor. Oh, we haven't seen you before. Keep pushing Cloud's button. Zoo feels fury. That sounds bad. So let's make sure that we have a lot of HP. Because usually when things like that happen, like feels fury, yeah, it means this is going to happen. Some sort of devastating attack is coming up. That wasn't really so bad, though. Nothing we couldn't handle there. That was a bunch of hype for nothing. Making a lot of money, anyway. Which is as well, I mean, it never works out as well as it should, because it's a proportionate thing, right? The more money you make, the more expensive items become anyway. So RPGs go. You get stronger, the enemies get stronger. You get more money, stuff costs more. Alright, so now what we're going to do. Take a look here. Yeah, there's always still a way back up. Just making sure I don't trap myself. No, not you again. No, no, no. This time we are definitely running. Please run. I am begging you to run. Come on, guys. Oh, I don't want to do this. There, he hit us twice. Can we go now? Yeah, I really did not want to do that. Okay, still always make our way back up. So as we can see, there's a way below there. There's a way that is being blocked by a very visible boss. And that is obviously the way to go. Don't worry, he can't get me. I can walk right by him. So there's an opportunity to save. And use the PHS. You know, I'm kind of tempted to take Aerith out, actually. I mean, she's up to level 28, which is respectable. I just feel like she's holding me back at this point. Since not everybody has silver armlets, you're going to take off the silver armlet. Or, sorry. Put on the carbon bangle. And we're going to get Red in on this action, because he's also at 28. Oh, he already had a silver armlet, okay. Now we can give him some materia. What do we got going on here? The added effect, right. So I'm going to say that you... No. Fire, added effect. Sure. This is the all... This was the one that needs to level up. That enemy skill has nothing. Now we will save. I'm going to take a bathroom break in a second. Next fight I get into, I'll pause and save. So where does this go? Ah, right, and you can drop down. So that's how this works. Ah, shit! Well, we've committed a horrible error. The good news is I saved, so I could exit and just come back in, but I don't like doing that kind of thing. I should just walk back. I'm gonna exit and come back in. I did just save, right? Everybody saw me save? Okay. So we've quit. We're coming right back. So we know not to take that route. I don't like doing this, but... Okay. So don't take the bottom path. He's the way to go. But as you can see, there's some stuff to get, and the way to get them is by taking the pipes. Obviously, every time you take a pipe, you have to backtrack all the way back up to take another one. So try to remember which ones go where. So I usually just do like a left to right type thing. Try to keep it simple. So we're gonna go left to right. Although some of these pipes either take you nowhere useful. Oh shit, look at that. I don't want to fight him. Can't we just go? Last time you hit us 3 times before we got to go. Never easy, is it? They really want you to fight him. Not too bad. Barrett's busted up. Yeah, we're just gonna go left to right. 1, 2, there are 5 pipes. I think like 2 of them go nowhere useful, 1 goes where you need it to go, and 2 take you to like treasure. So even though there's probably a better way of doing this, we'll start with the left pipe first. And it's just one of the 2 that just doesn't do anything useful. Okay. We're just doing trial and error process of elimination. Because I'm pretty sure no matter what pipe you take, there's always a way back. So it's not like by doing it this way I'm screwing myself. And now you. And that takes us to here. Very nice. And all materia. Not great, but definitely worth getting. And you have to jump down. As long as this isn't a dragon, it's a bathroom. Okay, so here's the bathroom break. I will be back shortly. hopefully, maybe some people will join us. Okay, we're back. Good news is everybody's pretty close to their limit. So if we get in the dragon fight again, it might be in our best interest to fight him, because we'll be able to hit him with two limit breaks. Obviously, Aerith is not offensive. Yeah. We're a much stronger team now that... Oh yeah, Aerith's gone. Now that Red is in the party. Again, we have a fairly difficult boss fight, that large bug thing we saw coming up, and I'm not taking any chances. The stuff that's leveling up pretty well. Let's take a look at the materia on Cloud. So, yeah, Cloud's got the double growth going with the Rune Blade. Lightning is quite a ways off, but so is Poison, but they're really important, so I try for them. Shiva's my go-to. And Revive just takes forever, so I thought I might as well benefit. He doesn't have anything that's double. No, neither of them have anything that's double, only Cloud. Still, things are going fine. Alright, back up to the top. We were going left to right, so we did the first two. So, we will just continue in that fashion. I'm pretty sure that won't blow up in my face or backfire. Because I have the ladder down, so it should always be a way to get back up. So that leaves the middle height. We'll have to wait for, because these goddamn bugs are attacking us. Once again, nobody has any all materia with a magic. Oh, there, we can use a blade beam. This should kill one of them, and at least hurt the others. Getting better. Oh, still alive. Just methodically do it. Oh, look at that. Kind of too bad though. This is making us use up our limit breaks before the boss fight. It would have been nice to go into the boss fight with our limit breaks all ready to go, but I don't know. Hell, I might get in enough fights before that to still set that up. Cloud's pretty low, I didn't notice. That's the other thing about the cover materia. Even when Cloud gets down to the yellow, he still went and took the hit for Barret. Not a great idea, but not something I have control over. Barret, I mean, Cloud still is our most resilient guy. He can take a hit pretty well, but he needs some help right now. Look at that, a crit. Got a high potion, and we're going to use one for Cloud. Cloudy with a chance of... Now we'll take the middle one, which is one of the two useless ones. Now it's just the two on the right that are left. And although part of me wants to take the far right one first, we'll just stick to the plan. Ah, this is the one that mattered the most. Power Soul. I don't remember what that is, but I know I wanted it. So Cosmo Memory. Yeah. Nobody can learn that. Don't really care. Nothing to do with me. And he says I don't get it. But you will eventually get it, because it's for you. But anyway, a magic first. Cloud. So what is the Power Soul? I don't remember. Ah! It's an attack, it's a weapon for Tifa. That's interesting. Good to know. So I don't think there's any point of going up again, because this just drops back. So yeah, by process of elimination, that the far right tube would be this one and just drop you here. Right here, so there's no point in going back up. We're gonna save here. And hopefully all systems are go for this fight. I don't see any reason why we can't win it. It's a tough fight, but it's one we can handle, so let's do it. Red is close to his level, or his limit, so that's good. This thing is annoying and powerful, but we can take it. Let's just start with some summons. We now use Shiva twice in a fight. She's leveled up enough to use multiple times. I don't think she's going to do a particular lot of damage, but if she gets 400, that's pretty good. Oh, 398, there you go. I'll take that any day. Another Titan attack. Should be probably somewhere in the same area. And then we're going to sense him and see if he's particularly has any weaknesses or not. I can't remember if he does. I think he has like a weakness to wind or something weird that we don't necessarily have anything to do with. That was over 400, so more than respectable. So what do we got here? Materia Keeper. Got 7,500 left. Doesn't say anything about a weakness. Chocomoga has totally always been worth my while to use. Because Deathblow randomly casts Stop. And it's worked for me a few times. So this time we're going to get to see Odin's, probably his ordinary attack. It seems highly unlikely that for this fight we'll get that cool instant dispatch. Oh, it stopped him, see? I don't think I knew that maybe some of the first few times I went through the game, or at least the first time. But that makes it a super useful summon to keep. Alright, yeah, so this is the more normal one. Yeah, where he's got the big spear. We were so lucky to see his ultimate attack on the very first time. Because you can use Odin a lot of times, and you'll only get this. I mean, it's still a really cool attack. He throws it up in the air, and it comes down, and it causes some damage. But really, I mean, nothing beats the other. I mean, it looks cooler, and it's an instant kill. Oh, look at that, over 1,000. That's really great. Unfortunately, I can only use it once. Sled fan. He still probably has about 5,000 HP left, but we have a good opportunity to hit him some more. And he's poisoned, so yeah, we're in pretty good control here. I don't think we've used Quake 2 yet, so let's get that going. Well, everybody else got a turn, so I guess a Frick gets a turn too. Oh, shit, fire helps him. Okay. It's alright. I probably knew that and forgot. We're still in good control here. He doesn't really have anything that strong. Although a lot of bosses, once you get them to a certain point in rate B, they start using stronger attacks, so that is something to look out for. I mean, 401 on a normal hit is pretty good. since he absorbs fire, ice might hurt him more. Speaking of which, let's give him another Shiva. I'm gonna do another sense and see where his HP's at. If my math is right, he's somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000. Oh, good. Barrett's limit. Considering he absorbs fire, you wish ice would do a little more damage, but things just don't always work that way. And that's not terrible, but for a summon, it's still a little underwhelming. For a summon, you want maybe close to 1,000 at this point in the game. That was excellent. We're gonna sense him and see where his HP's at now. He's down to his last 1,000. He's gonna cure himself. Ah, shit, so now he's up to 2,000. That is significant. Significantly annoying. Ah, Trine, this is it. This is a very strong attack. And it's a great thing to learn. Who has enemy skill? Somebody has it. So yeah, I forgot about that, yeah. There. Clint Hazard looks a lot more satisfying on an enemy like this. Even though, again, even though he's big, he's not quite the right shape, but... There, you're dead. By the way, that's the record. That's the new record for most damage. Cloud with a hit of well over 2,000. And we learned Trine, which is one of the better enemy skills you can learn. And everybody leveled. And we got a gem ring, which is okay. And counter materia, which I really like. Right. Does anybody have room for it? No. But counter is exactly what you think. When you have it equipped, you will counter attack. And again, it's like most things. Like at first, it's only like once. Now, I should have saved there, and I didn't. But that's okay, because we're out. And that's why I didn't. I was pretty sure that we're out. So once again, the way to go is fairly simple to figure out, because it's just like, well, you just look around for towns or features, and... Of course, now we don't have the buggy anymore. We're away from that. There's a mountain range between us and the buggy. But we will get to use the buggy again. So it seems the thing to do is just follow the land. So once again, the section I thought was going to be kind of annoying and terrible wasn't nearly as bad as like I was expecting. We got through it fairly painlessly. We had a real scare with that first dragon fight that nearly killed us. Luckily, Aerithus managed to run away. Because I really would consider the stream a failure if I died on it. I would have to play again. So as we make our way here, we see, there's a town. This is Rocket Town. As you can see, there seems to be some structures behind it, and that is actually a rocket pad, or a launch pad for a rocket. Plus a rocket that is leaning over. Now, you can't really tell that by looking, but I know what it is, so that's why. So, who's in the party right now? Yeah, that seems fine. There's nothing particularly story noteworthy as far as who's in your party at this point, so we're going to save. We're going to head out into Rocket Town, and we're going to meet another playable character. Which, I mean, if you hadn't gotten Vincent, it would seem like, okay, it's been a long time since we had a playable character. Well, then again, I don't know. I mean, Kate Sith wasn't really that long ago, but since we have Vincent, it feels like we have one right on top of each other. I'm tempted to take Vincent into town now, but I'll save it. So let me go to Rocket Town. Ah, here's the music that was in the sector, the Wall Market slum. And the first thing we see is the ruined rocket. Tipping over. And like a lot of these towns, Shinra has left its mark on it, and it's never been good. Rusty old rocket. The captain. First I'll ask about Sephiroth. But no, he didn't pass through here, and then we asked about the captain anyway. Shinra pilots their space program. Those who are paying attention do remember that back in Midgar, in the Shinra building, there was an executive at the meeting called Palmer, who talked about the space program, and also when we were in the archives, they talked about it. So yes, there was a Shinra space program, and Palmer is the head of it. But as we can see, it hasn't been doing too well. World's first astronaut. We'll go in the first building, a weapon shop. Well, we'll see. What do you have? Yeah, definitely gold armlets and a shotgun. Yeah, I want all that. Technically, you never really need to buy more than 3 armlets or whatever, because you can only have 3 people in your party at once. Oh hell, I'm gonna buy that earring. So for now, everybody in the party get the gold armlet. Obvious upgrade over silver. You can at least sell the carbon bangle now that it's really been outdated, outmoded. For some reason I don't want to sell the megaphones. I will eventually probably, but for now I'm not selling them. Definitely sell the cannonball. Not that it's worth anything. Sell the enemy launcher, striking staff. Sell 2 of the silver armlets, we'll hold on to 2. I could sell more, but we'll just hang on to that for now. Look around, but I don't think there's anything we can get or do. But I like to go everywhere you can. Get the full experience. There's your toilet. It's interesting, because then you think about all the houses that you've been in that don't have toilets. The inn. Got the nice bar area. Sure it will. Oh, once again, a town with a story, so yeah. I know, everybody says talk to the captain. Well, obviously I'm going to. Just let me take my time. Somebody's in the bathroom there. I think I can drive him crazy. Is he one of them? Yep. Yeah, he's still saying different stuff. No, is that the end of it? Oh, he started over. I thought there was at least one guy you could bother in the bathroom. If you did it enough, he, like, flipped out. But I might be remembering wrong. How much to stay? 100 gil a night, can't pass that down. Pass that up. I said pass that down. What is wrong with me? Again, I haven't been going that long. We've only just passed the 2-hour mark. Been pretty productive, though. Like, I didn't really get stuck anywhere or have to run around or do a bunch of annoying backtracking. Which sometimes is unavoidable. You're the same person as before, right? Ah, there you go. There's a house over here. What's wrong with you? Well, stick around. Usually, trouble follows me, so come on outside in a little while, and you'll probably get to see me fight some people. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah? I don't know. Wow, you're the same as your roommate. I guarantee if you just wait a little longer, something cool will happen. I'm a cool magnet, or a trouble magnet, or whatever you want to call it. Stuff's gonna happen! So, this house, I believe, is Sid's. So, we will go there last. Yeah, I kind of got that impression. Shinra number 26. What's this place? Oh. You told me exactly what it is. Well, potions are pretty much obsolete. Buy a couple more high potions. Ethers cost so much, so I don't buy them too much. Oh. First opportunity to have barrier, so I'm gonna go for it. I know there was other stuff I could have bought, but I didn't. I like barrier a lot. I actually use it quite often. Usually when I start a boss fight, I like to cast it on my characters, barrier and barrier. Definitely a useful spell to have. Right now, everybody's slots are full, so let's see what we can do about that. Fire out of effect. Yeah, I really want to level up this heal. I've had it on and off, haven't been very consistent with it. You need consistency or nothing's gonna level. Restore all, that's... So what's Barrett got? Could take a Frit off. Wait a second, do I have 2 people with sense? Okay, you have a sense. 3,000. I do, I have 2 people with sense. That's not useful. So, looks like you get barrier. We're gonna do a barrier all here. Here's the brand new one. We'll take the new one because we can probably get it to level fairly fast. Again, I don't know if these are always the best decisions or optimal. I just do what I feel is right based on my own experience. Another person, another gamer might do it a different way. But I've always had pretty good results. Yeah. Once again, some sort of Shinra project, although this one really wasn't actually based on Mako, has totally fucked up a town. Drill arm, that's for Barrett. I think it's actually better than what he's using, even though I think it's one of his stupider weapons. All his weapons that aren't like normal guns are really dumb. Oh no, it's not better. But it does have double growth. See, again, I know a lot of people might be tempted to take that hit and use it, because double growth is certainly very useful, but I don't know. I always like having the strongest thing available if I can. What is all this stuff? Some sort of car or roadster or something. Actually, I think we see this later, or we see some other, like, weird antique-looking car later, when Palmer shows up. Oh, crap, this is Sid's house. Okay. Tiny Bronco. So, yeah. What's interesting is, so you're thinking, okay, maybe we'll have an opportunity to fly on something before getting the airship that we know we will eventually have, that we saw way back in Junon. Barrett says, let's take it. Although it's technically not Shinra, it belongs to Sid. Ah, here's one of the weirder characters in the game. Forget her name. The captain should be in the rocket. Ah, Shira, that's right. So the relationship between Sid and Shira is really messed up. I like how Barrett proudly mentions that he is from Avalanche, even though we're wanted terrorist fugitives. No, we are not. Really, we look like... I mean, we're like a bunch of weird-looking mercenary outcasts. I don't think we look like Shinra people. Ah, so there's a weird coincidence. At one point, in our chasing of Sephiroth, going to Junon, we happened to arrive, yeah, when Rufus was having his inauguration ceremony. This time, we're not even looking for Shinra, we're trying to avoid them, and we just happen to come at the exact same time that Rufus is going to show up. So, uh-oh, that's not good. We don't want to run into Rufus, we don't want to avoid Shinra as much as possible at this point. But that's luck for you. So the only other place I didn't go is this house, which is, for some reason, I thought this was the house that had him, but no, it's just this bald guy. It's a weird thing to say and then not say anything. Really? You don't look like a comedian. You're a famous comedian, former mechanic, living in Busted Down Rocket Town, power source. The rule, once again, is give it to Cloud, but it can wait. Okay, we've been everywhere. So the thing to do is go to the rocket and see this so-called captain. And when I was out earlier today, I had an opportunity. I should have bought chips. Although, I wouldn't eat them on the stream, because I don't want to chew in people's ears. Whenever I do end this stream, I'm thinking I'll probably go another 2 or 3 hours. You know, I'm gonna really be hankering for them, and most places will be closed. Oh well, it's my own fault. I had an opportunity, I was out today. Alright. So yeah, so Sid spends his time, even though the rocket is clearly busted, Sid spends his time still tinkering on it. Because all he ever wanted to do was go into space. So today is actually an important day for Sid. We happen to arrive, coincidentally, because he wants to hear from the Shinra executives. He's excited, in fact, we're going to find out, he's excited that Rufus has become president. Because he's thinking maybe a new president will have some enthusiasm for the space program. Because his father basically abandoned it. And there he is, Sid. Most Final Fantasies have a Sid. Most of them have something to do with airships. And this is one of the playable ones, because they're not always playable. The one in Final Fantasy IV, or 2 in America, is playable. The one in 6 is not related to airships. He's part of the Magitech program, or for the Empire, and he's also some sort of like godfather for Celis, or Celis, as I used to always call her. My favorite Final Fantasy character. That's in 6. But this is a Sid who is kind of all the Sids rolled up into one, and he is playable. And he has a great theme. And here it is. Captain, I'm the captain. It's a pretty amazing theme. How could I call you anything but Sid? So Sid's not old, but he's, at this point, by far the oldest character that we have, unless you count the fact that, of course, Red 13 is technically 48 years old. Or the fact that Vincent, while looking like he's in his 20s, has been in like some sort of like sleep for about 30 years, 3 decades, but hasn't aged during it. Well, let's just start at the top and work our way down. Tell us about this rocket. He's impressed that I knew it was a rocket. Ah, there's another mention of the war. This time he calls it meaningless, and it might have been. Right, we always sort of thought that, but this is our first confirmation of hearing that. So even though it is a Mako company, it still maintains a weapons division. Heidegger being the head of it. Or Scarlet's the head of it. Heidegger oversees the Turks and other stuff. The rocket engine. Oh, in the world. I believe you. The first Final Fantasy to use the word anal, but not in the way you want. You know, this is another sort of interesting example of people not having history completely right. I mean, when Barret arrived at Corel, we found out everybody blamed him for the town, what happened to the town, and he accepts that. But it seems pretty clear that that's not entirely true, that it's really definitely the Shinra's fault, and Barret didn't think anything other people didn't think. Dyne was the only one against the idea of a reactor. And in the case of Red 13, Nanaki, he always believed that his father was a coward who fled and abandoned his mother and the others during the attack of the G-Tribe. Our trip through the cave reveals that's not true. And once again, we see that Sid totally blames the failure of the rocket on Shira. And we're going to find out that he's not entirely right about that either. Ah, damn them. Sid is also the most profane Final Fantasy character I'm aware of. Certainly he was at the time. Now Barret, of course, held that title beforehand. Barret was the first guy to say stuff and curse and things like that occasionally, but Sid is going to lap him very quickly. Money, moolah, De Niro. Again, that you have to wonder like how something like De Niro fits into a world like this. But it's not important. It still could be Sid, we'll fix it up. think if... Okay, that's all he says? I think if I leave and come back, I can get him to say the other stuff. Now, let's see if I can get him to talk about, yeah, his roof is coming. So he's very excited about that possibility. Yeah, a young president. That's what we needed. He is a young president, but he's just as evil as his father. That's all you got to say about that? And now I can ask if we can borrow Tiny Bronco. And he's gonna say no! Well, I said borrow, and that's all we can get from there. So now we just have to leave and let events follow their course. Because I didn't show it, but yeah, if we keep trying to talk to him, he does not change anything he says or change his mind. He was not going to let us take the Tiny Bronco. Even though, like we said, the Tiny Bronco will be really useful in chasing Sephiroth to where he's going, to the site of this supposed reunion that he's mentioned. But for now, we just have to accept Sid's decision. Alright, so I don't think anybody has any new information. Oh. So, technically the town is called Shinra number 6? Or okay, rock down. Yeah, let's take a look. Okay, I forgot about this. We do get to take a nice look here. It looks like freaking moss is growing on it. They never actually say exactly how long ago it was that the failed space launch happened. Ah, worth it. I think that's a weapon for Yuffie. Let's take a look. Ah. Oh no, it's a sword for Cloud. Only 2 slots, that's the problem with it. And growth is normal. But really powerful. So we will eventually use it. But I'm not going to equip it just yet. But we will eventually use it. So anyway, now we'll talk to Shira, and that'll get things moving again. Yeah, he said to screw off. Apparently he was right behind us. Here we go. Get some tea! I imagine he's screaming, fuck! Like, he's so verbally abusive to her. And she just puts up with it. And again, they're not, like, romantically linked or anything. It's just, like, she feels so bad about what happened that she's just become some, like, his indentured servant. Or slave. Really don't mind us. It's one of my favorite lines in the game. Shut up! Sit down on those chairs and drink your goddamn tea! Arg, damn it. He has weird rules about hospitality. Like he'll scream and curse. I believe you. You think so? Oh, time for a story. You destroyed his dream? What happened? Now, they don't say when this was, but I guess it wasn't too long ago. Maybe a year or 2 ago. You work like a snail. I mean, he's already super mean to her before she supposedly, you know, screwed everything up. Luckily, Sid does, you know, mellow out and become a bit nicer. Which is good, because considering he's one of our party. Or he's going to be. Ah, the oxygen tank. Being careful's good. You sure about that, Sid? I think that's as close to a compliment as he gives. True. Ah. Sid isn't wearing his goggles. This rocket will eventually figure into the huge materia plot too. So I think that's the four of them. So you have the rocket, the underwater reactor, the train around Mount Corel, and then the one I haven't mentioned. Although we have seen the area. I think that's it. Who do you think it is? It's Shira. We find out Shira is willing to sacrifice her life. Yeah, for the good of the mission. Is he calling her bitch there? We'll never know. I don't mind. Yeah, she's willing to be like burned to death to complete the launch. So we all know what's going to happen. Another 6 months. One more to go. And we got a countdown. I know it's your dream and all, but yeah, you probably don't want to fry her. But he does agonize over it. Yeah, in this world, the moon is a lot closer. It'd be a shorter trip, because you can tell that it's a lot bigger in the sky. And obviously Sid aborts. And the rocket. Oh, that's disappointing. And balloon. Yeah, but you weren't wrong. You'll live your life for him. You mean you'll be his friggin' verbal punching bag? Here he comes to swear at us some more. The tea! I don't... What is interesting is he's not... Like, sometimes when you meet certain characters, you think they might be a little surprised by Red 13 being there, but to him, Red 13... is either just our dog that talks, or is he supposed to eat tea too? Or drink tea too? I don't know. Were they gonna give him a dish? Alright, Rufus. Oh, there's Palmer. We actually got a little fight with Palmer, which is funny. Ah, finally somebody said it. I agree, Sid. Don't say fat. And he wobbles back and forth like one of those inflatable clown thingies. Lots of sugar and honey. Don't forget the lard. Well, I like how you own it. So, hey Palmer, do you recognize me? Yeah, he's too worried about his tea and lard. Although technically, I guess we haven't met, but he definitely has seen me. But he's an idiot. But Rufus knows exactly who I am. And predictably, Rufus is here to say that no. This shows just how limited resources are in this world. Apparently, there's only like a couple airplanes in the entire world because he wants to borrow the tiny Bronco. Now, we do remember that the Galinka, or whatever the hell it's called, that massive plane, Shinra still has that. And they're still following Sephiroth, too. But we are the ones that got the personal invitation. Across the ocean, yeah, because it's a seaplane. Ah, and this is the first mention that Sid had anything to do with the airship. Although, duh, he's Sid, so obviously. We were right there, but Rufus did not seem to notice us. So Palmer was going to take it no matter what. I guess Rufus was just to distract Sid. So we can't let the... I keep meaning to say the Empire, but I mean Shinra. Do I have to do this? I'm the head of the space program. Yeah, but you're head of a program that doesn't do anything, you moron. Anyway, we'll be taking the plane. Ha! Exactly what I said, Cloud. Yeah, think. Ah, that's right. Yes, he did meet us. That's right, because he's the one that was the witness and walked out and told us that Sephiroth had done it. So he has met us face to face. And this sounds like, uh-oh, we're in for quite a fight, but it's not really a big deal. Security does not come, and it's just Palmer. He has a Mako gun, which can create various, spell effects. Besides that, he's nothing to worry about. I kind of wish I brought, steel, because I think he might have had something I could have stolen, but I don't know for sure. Knocked him on his ass. Yeah, this seems like it's a boss fight, but I'm pretty sure we wrap it up fairly quickly. Hell, let's sense just for the hell of it. He's not much of a fighter and doesn't have much, let's see, he's level 38. Got 6,000 HP, but I don't think we have to bring him down to that. I think he quits. Nice, but not good enough. And all he does is fire the Mako gun, which randomly casts like either like Fire 2 or Bolt 2 or Ice 2. We lucked out there because he just hit Cloud with a fire attack. Cloud, of course, is able to nullify fire with his fire ring. Oh, come on, Barret. Okay, that's a little weird. That's right, just keep hitting Cloud, you idiot. He's gonna give up shortly. Decent damage there with the ice too. Yeah, there. What is that? Oh, suddenly the plane starts moving. He does manage to duck the propeller. And then he gets smoked by a truck. I love it. It's so random and weird. That's one of my favorite moments. Watching him duck the propeller, make some sort of weird gesture at us, and then just get smoked by a truck. And I don't even think they even explain anything about... We get a lot of money from him. Like, who was driving the truck, or where it came from. It's just like, and then a truck hits him. We don't even know how to fly this damn thing, but here we go. Wait a minute, where's Sid? I think it's the only time in the game where we hear this music. This music that is not repeated. See, it's sort of a variation of it. Right over Rufus. I mean, it's that theme, but it's a different version of it. We got hit in the tail. So yeah, we got to fly this thing for like a whole minute. So what was a plane becomes basically a boat. Hold on to your drawers and don't piss in them. Thanks, Sid. Some good imagery. And into the ocean. Well, that's disappointing. And that's what we do, and it's kind of pathetic. And it's really annoying, too. But at least you can't get in fights while you're in the water. Might as well come with us. I like how Sid's weapon of choice is a spear. It seems very strange for him, but... Well, how about you join us? We're wanted terrorists. Yeah, we think that Shira's his wife. Not my wife, she's just some employee that I brutalize. Sid joins. I don't know about any of that, but, I mean, what other choice do you really have? We're, like, in the middle of the ocean. I'll give Sid credit. I mean, for being so, ornery and stuff. He's, got a pretty good attitude right now. He's like, what the hell, I'll join up. Glad to be aboard. I'm the Skulls. Yeah. Thank you? Ah, and this is the first mention of the Temple of the Ancients. And I hate to say it, but the very first time I played this game, it took me forever to find it. Like, I could not maneuver the plane properly, because the plane can't just go in any water. You need to be in water that's particularly shallow, and to get to places you have to, like, you can only get to it by following the shallow water, and oh my god. Wrong direction. So it's off this way. So right now, we just go to the closest lane. That name bothers me. Yeah, well, everything about the Ancients is pretty fucked up. Alright, say fly, but see, it only go through shallow waters and rivers, and you need beaches. So at this point, I mean, land's right here, but it's not useful. As you can see, it's all dead ends. So, over here, there's the Cosmo Canyon area. So if we follow into this little inlet... So this is one of those times where it's not entirely clear where to go. It's just like, let's hit land. I mean, there's Nibelheim. And if we go back to Nibelheim, we can get our little buggy thing. I'm just going to bring it over here. This is not necessary, I'm just doing this. I'm gonna cross over. Or no, I can't cross over because the plane's there. look at that. Man, this has been lonely. So many people are on board when I started this thing. I'm telling you, this is a game that gets better as it goes. The start is interesting, but I don't know. I realize it's hard to find time. I've had, you know, pretty good windows of time to get this done. So I guess we'll just get off here. We'll come back for you, though. So yeah, this is one of the few times where it's not exactly clear where we should be going. I mean, there's Nibelheim. Can we get through here? Yes. And there's the pointy Nibelheim Mountains. So we'll be coming up on Rocket Town again. So there's Rocket Town the way we came in. Now where will we go from here? Because we just say, let's go land somewhere and see what we can find out about the Temple of the Ancients. I think what I want to do is we're going to backtrack. Yeah, I should have just backtracked. And remember that area not too far from the Gold Saucer, where we went in and we said, oh, nobody's here. And we immediately walked out. That's a place where a guy that makes weapons lives. And I'm thinking we might be able to talk to him now. So let's see here. I'm trying to remember how to do this. What if we follow the river? Can't go up that. Oh, see this little place? There's a waterfall and like a circular water area. Eventually Weapon hangs out there when Weapon starts flying around. There's a couple different weapons. Okay, yeah, so here's where I wanted to be. So we're on this side. See, there's the desert with the Gold Saucer. I think here is the place to go. So let's just see if I'm right. Yeah, okay, we can talk to him. I think he might have information about something. Ah, see, exactly, yeah. See, you have... There's no clear path or plan or direction telling you that this would be the next place to go. But yeah, this is the first mention of the Keystone. He doesn't have it, because the Keystone is needed. We don't even know at this point what the hell it is, but the Keystone is what's needed to properly enter the Temple of the Ancients, which also we don't know where the hell that is. But yeah. I think he mentions that Sephiroth came through for you. Unlocks the gate to a very old temple somewhere. And yeah, he even says Temple of the Ancients. So I don't know how clear it is that this is the first place you should come after you land in the water, but this is it. Because he actually gives us information. But again, he can't tell us where it is. He doesn't even believe it's real. Is that all he has to say? Yeah, okay, so start with one. He sold it. Ah, now at this point it makes it sound like it was definitely Sephiroth. But I'm pretty sure it was Dio. Yeah, there you go. The manager of the Gold Saucer, I think his name was Dio, so he was going to put it in a museum, then he took off out of here. So now we find that where we should go next is back to the Gold Saucer. Because even if we knew where the Temple of the Ancients was, in order to enter it properly. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the first time I played the game, I wasted a lot of time not knowing where the hell I was supposed to go. But this is where you're supposed to go and talk to this guy, and he gives you a clear idea of what to do next. Let's see if he has anything about the temple. He doesn't know. Ultimate destruction magic. Once again, first mention of something that will be pretty important later on. Found in the Temple of the Ancients. So that's definitely why Sephiroth is going there. Let's change the subject. Yeah. And this guy eventually, once again, will be able to make certain weapons for you. I think. There. Oh yeah, it also works as a free in, as I found out. So I wish I could get the buggy thing. So anyway, here's what we can do. We can leave the plane here and head back to Corel, because Corel is the way into the gold saucer. I'm pretty sure it makes the most sense to leave it here. So we're going to leave the plane here and do some walking. Can't walk in the desert. But here we go. Down this almost corridor between the mountains. Fights here should be, I think, below us. I think these enemies should be fairly weak. Oh, no, that was a very decent attack. Of course, the other two were not. I mean, the good news about the buggy thing is, like, it's not lost, especially once you have the Highwind, so you'll be able to, like, move it wherever you want. But at this point, we don't really need it. I was just checking on it. But this is the right thing to do, is to go back to Corel, because Corel is the way into the Gold Saucer, and we need to go to the Gold Saucer to see Dio to talk about, and this is the point of the game where we can finally, like, take advantage of some of the stuff. I remember when we were first there, I didn't do anything. Because there wasn't really much point. But this is a time where... How much money do we have? We have 24,000, so that's not enough for... So that's not enough for a lifetime pass, because that's 30 grand. But we can afford the 3,000, I guess, to get in. I'm not going to grind around to look for money. You guys don't have anything else to say, right? Oh, yeah. This proves that they are also on the trail, because they seem to have found out that the keystone was sold to Dio. There you go. The Turks came through looking for it. Collecting rocks. That leads back to the Corel mountain path. No point in going there. And you guys are just selling old stuff I don't need, right? What's your story? Yeah, same crap. I have 2 transform materials. I guess I could sell something here. Like, why am I collecting megaphones? Is there any reason to do that? I don't know. I can sell the butterfly edge. Sell one of the silver armlets. Ah, the Eden coat. That's something for Aerith. I don't know how useful it really is. I think it's just something that has like 1,000,000 slots, but isn't necessarily that powerful. Or strong, or whatever. So I guess that's all I'll sell. So yeah, you guys don't have anything else to say. There is something in this well, but I guess at this point in the game you just can't get it. Yeah. It's only the guy down there. This could be old information though. This could be when he means the first time. I don't think anybody else has any new information besides that first guy that mentioned it about the keystone and the Turks. Yeah. None of these people have anything new to say, but at least they've stopped slapping Barrett around. Like, Barrett's back, but I guess they just don't really have much energy to say anything new to him, which is fine by me. Don't need it. So yeah, we're coming up to a fairly fun story section. Because it's we can screw around a bit in the Gold Saucer. Again, I'm not really going to do much with the arcade games or anything like that, because you can do that later in the game when money isn't as tight. For now, money is still kind of an issue. So here we go. It's a good business plan. The ropeway is free because it's once you get there that they start gouging you. It doesn't matter who I have in the party right now because I'll be able to switch people when I'm there. So away we go to the Gold Saucer for the second time. But this is the interesting time. Alright, I'll pay your damn money. So at this point I don't have any GP. And it even costs $5 to use that stupid save point up there. So I will have to earn at least a little. If I'm stuck, I'll pay. Oh shit, I don't have any GP. So let's go get some. So this is the time where Cloud has to actually fight in the battle arena to impress Dio, because he decides he'll give it to you if you can go in the battle arena. So I wouldn't mind earning a bit of GP first. What is special? I can't remember. You'd think I'd have these straight by now. This is where I met Dio the first time. What are you talking about? What? A lot of... What does that even mean? You felt kind of like Johnny. Where's this go? Thrill! Something fantastic. Man, that's a long tunnel. Yeah, see, I could ride the thing here. When you finish, you can get a gift or something. High floor Cloud. Yeah, so this is kind of like a shooting thing. I guess I'll do it. Shooting coaster, yeah. It's like a roller coaster. Zoom! Bang bang! Pew pew! Boom! Yeah, pretty simple. Okay, let's do it. Crap, I don't have GP, so I have to actually earn GP just to get on the damn ride, so yeah. Okay, we'll go to Wonder Square. Earn some fucking GP. Out of my way. Tell the guts. What's doing the bench? Do they still not talk to me? Yeah, they're gazing into each other's eyes, I guess. It's a pretty crooked system. I mean, to use stuff, you need to spend GP. And you can't even buy GP. You have to basically win GP. So you have to spend money just to have the right to try to get some GP. So, okay, here we go. It's one of those things that, you know, you have to get the feel for it. Come on. I could, like, make at least one basket. Enough. You have to find that balance. What do you mean? I've already spent $400. I can't find the balance. Okay, one more try. All these epic fails. There, that touched it. Does it give me anything? No, it wasn't enough to get me anything, but it gave me one more shot. And I blew it. Game is... Wow, 1 GP! So it's not a complete defeat. Yeah, you think? Okay, so I still can't do the bike thing, or the snowboard, or the submarine. This game is hard. This weird, cool virtual fighting type game. High, mid, low. Because it's pretty random. There's no way to tell, like, how you should be hitting stuff. I can usually beat the first guy. I've hit him twice. He hit me once. He hit me again. Uh-oh. He's catching up. I might lose. Okay, I beat him. The next level, I don't think I've ever beaten the next level. I don't even know how many levels there are, because this guy always kills me. But anyway. Like, is there any way of doing it? You just have to randomly guess. And I never guess right. See, I'm doing pretty well, but I will eventually blow it. This guy takes a lot of hits, too. I got him! I don't think I've ever beaten him. This is amazing. Oh no, I've seen this guy before, so I have beaten him. I've definitely never beaten this guy. His tracksuit and cowboy hat. Oh yeah. I'm definitely going down. At least I got a few hits in. And down I go. Still, that was pretty good. I didn't expect to beat the second guy. Does that give me any GP? Wow, 3 GP. Man, it's hard to get anything going. This game is so weird. This Google game, I don't think I want to do it. So yeah, the G-Bike game would be like... Okay, I can do it because there's 2 of them, yeah. This is the best way I can... I'm only going to do it once, but this is the best way I can earn GP. Because obviously I have some experience, because it's the exact same thing as what we did before when we escaped Midgard. Like, what a oddly specific arcade game. It's me with my sword on a bike reenacting something I did in real life. Yeah, it's a bit tougher than it was in real life. Yeah, making me miss a lot. I think my high score in this is like 14,000 or something. As long as I get over 10,000, it's pretty decent. I always make it to the end. Like, it's just, the only thing that really keeps you from getting points is when they touch the truck. I mean, I kill everybody, but you try to do your best to keep them from touching the truck as much as possible, because then they touch the truck and push your points down. You know, they can just slow down and then speed up like that. You also get more points for directly killing one. When you take one out indirectly by killing the one in front of it, it's a little less points. I don't know why. You'd think that would be like a little take more skill. Ah, see? Now they're all over the place, taking away my points. I didn't even hit that guy. Come on. On a bit of a roll here, but it doesn't take long when you just zip right by you and cause all sorts of problems. We're over 11,000, pretty good. For somebody that's played a lot of Final Fantasy VII, there's tons, like, for over 20 years, I've never really... Over 12,000 is good. I've never really tried to get really great high scores in these games or anything. Probably because I don't really have the patience, and at the end of the day, they're just not really that fun. 10 GP, and a speed source, okay. That's as well as I'm going to be able to do, so... Time to go. It costs 5 whole GP just to save, that's insane. Let's see, he's got lightning, poison, Shiva. There's no point in Cloud holding on to revive right now, because I'm going to do a one-on-one fight. Time is a good thing to have. I can cast haste on myself. Cover, again, also not useful when you're by yourself. Counterattack, very good to have, even though it's not that useful at this point. And I don't need Restore All because I'm by myself. So we're gonna make the Lightning All. And you want your highest level stuff. Let's see, Restore, Poison, Lightning, All, Choco Wing. We'll keep Shiva. So that's what I'm going to use. This is going to be the configuration for Cloud going forward for his one-on... Well, they're not even one-on-one, but he's by himself battles. So where do I have to go to run into Dio? Do I have to go to the battle place, or do I go somewhere else and Dio's there? This might be a wasted GP, but I'm going back to the station and actually using the save point here. I'll pay your blood money. Oh, I walked away from it? Oh my god, I just wasted it by walking away. Fine, I'll pay, I don't care. That's a huge waste of GP. Alright. Back in 2 seconds. Can't believe I wound up having to pay for that stupid save twice, just because I took my foot off. Whatever, it's not like it's that hard, I can just, if I needed the GP. But at this point, I don't need GP, I just want to move the story forward again. Because actually, conveniently for the story, when we're going to do the date with Aerith, they're going to have this special where all the rides are free anyway, so it removes that hurdle. So I guess, yeah, all we'll try to do right now is move the story forward. And I know that Dio wants you to... He'll give you the keystone if you can impress him in the battle arena. I don't know if that necessarily means you go to the battle arena meet him, but we'll try there first. I think so, because the battle arena is where he has his museum, which is where he's keeping the keystone. Yeah, see, I heard that this is the curator's favorite attraction. Yeah. That's the idea. I'm not all talk. I'm one of the biggest badasses in the entire world. Alright, so... Yeah, and that's the other thing. Yeah, give me an explanation. It's just basically getting battle points, and then you can get some really good prizes, so... When you get quite powerful in the game, it's in your interest to come here, and you can do well. At this point in the game, it's really challenging. You can only get so far before it becomes too much. Oh, it's up to 8. Yeah, plus, yeah, that's the other thing. You can decide when to quit. And here's the problem, the handicaps. Each fight is already tougher, but every time you move on to another fight, there's like a random, I don't know, like a slot machine thing that decides what handicaps you're going to have. Some of them are not really a big deal, others can absolutely cripple you, so... I don't think I've ever gotten that many. But maybe I have. It's hard to remember. And I practiced that body kick. It's definitely not as cool as the battle arena in Final Fantasy VI, the Colosseum. But at least you can play it. The Colosseum in Final Fantasy VI, you don't actually get to fight. It's an automatic battle. Okay, so can I look at other stuff? The Star Cup, whatever the hell that is. Weekend Clock. What are these things? Laugh, sapling. Neo's portrait, I guess that's how he sees himself. Well, he is muscular, we know that much. So maybe that's accurate. D-type equipment, which I guess is some sort of primitive diving equipment. Calling gourd. Climb spot. But anyway, right in the middle we have what looks to be the keystone. And then luckily, right on cue, here's Dio to talk to us about it. Walking around in his Speedo, as usual. It really wouldn't be borrowing, because once the keystone's in place, you can't take it out. Plus, I know what's going to happen at the temple, but anyway. But he decides he wants to see my skills. What do I gotta do? Yeah. I think as long as you win at least one battle, it's fine. But if you only get that far, he gets disappointed. So basically, I think you just fight as far as you can. Fight until you drop. Because if you die, it's not death. So obviously the first fight, predictably, is fairly easy. The enemy's not too tough, and I have all my abilities. But as the further we go, they'll start taking away some of your abilities. Some that you really rely on. And it's random, so... The good news is Cloud is close to his limit. So I should be able to use the limit. See, I could quit right here. Oh, here's another, what's the word I'm looking for? Correction. In the original PlayStation version of the game, when it was brought west, instead of saying of course, it said off course. Which is a funny typo, because off course does actually mean something. But anyway, they've corrected to of course. And yes, of course. Accessory is broken. That's no big deal. See, that's... My accessory takes, fire damage, so... If I get hit with too many of those... Oh yeah, so I could lose very easily here. That's good, he's gonna start the count again at 30, because I'll be petrified. Start it over at 30? No, it just misses, okay. So I've really got to take these guys out fast. Because if I'm petrified, the fight is over. Okay, good. Just do it, I can't lose this early. This seems kind of like a waste of the limit break, but the clock is ticking, so... Okay, on to the next. Of course. Half speed, okay, that's great. Now things are getting difficult. Oh wait, that carries over? Oh, that's so not fair. Yeah, so I'm not gonna get anything. That's the best you can do? Well, that's not my fault. They cast that stupid thing. I couldn't take it off. Okay. Yeah, I think if you do well, he'll actually give you, like, a prize, and I blew it. But, I mean, you guys are my witnesses. What could I have done? It wasn't that I didn't fight well enough. Those guys cast that stupid thing that does the, petrify. Anyway, so now I've got it, so now it's just a simple matter of leaving. And yet, it's not gonna be that simple. I'm so mad, I kinda want to do the battle arena just to redeem myself a little bit. There's no time. And I will get a chance to do more. Yeah, I already said all this crap. let's try betting on the chocobo race. Oh, damn, I couldn't see where I was. Oh yeah, back when we talked about, before we got to Gungaga, and we talked about perhaps there being a spy in our ranks. The spy is going to wind up revealed here. You lost everything, huh? Bummer. Yeah, I already heard this. I heard your chocobo spiel. Man, where is everybody tonight? It's Monday night. Nobody's busy. I don't know. I'm a little disappointed, I have to say. Yeah, I've been in there. I was a chocobo jockey. I was one of the greats. Okay, let's try doing a bet. It'll probably blow up in my face just like everything else. Okay, we're gonna do 3-6. Oh, Edward, Ellen. I forget how to do this. What do I do? Like, here's the first guy. Let's see here. Okay, number 1 is Ellen, Edward, Sean, Sandy, Knight, Dan. Okay. The fastest one looks to be Knight. No? The fastest one is Sean. That one looks pretty balanced. Three and 4. Damn it, how do I pick? I don't even know what I did there. I don't even know who to root for. I think it was 3 and 4. This is interesting, we get to see a different route. So the purple guy is way out in front, just flying, but he's going to use up all his stamina. He's left everybody in the dust. He's just going crazy. Okay, that can't last through the whole race. He's going to have to crash in a moment. I'm pretty sure I didn't click on 5. And this is the long one, by the way. This is not the, yeah, see, now everyone's going to pass him. This is not the track that I raced on. There's a short track and a long track. This is the long one. He's still in front somehow. How is he doing this? Okay, there we go. And now he's in last. I thought I picked 3 and 4, but I don't know. I couldn't really tell. Oh, they're flying. So, 4-1, which I think is useful to me, because I'm pretty sure I picked 3 and 4. It's the only part of the game where you hear the victory music extended. It doesn't happen at the end of the fights. So it was 1 and 4. Sandy won. So I lost. I'll do one more. I'll do a C rank, I guess. They're a lot slower, these guys. The fastest one is you, Jew. Jew? That's interesting. What number is Jew? He's number 1. I'm gonna go 1 and 5. At least we're getting different camera angles. Now, my 1 in 5 are in the top 3. But a lot can change. Oh, they're dropping. Oh, this one goes up. That's kind of cool. And there's a bridge, too. Oh, things are looking bad. It looks like I'm definitely lost. Now my guys they're both in last place. Nope, 5's working his way up. Okay, I know I'm gonna lose. Oh, this is a disaster. It looks like 3 and 2. Now it's 2 and 3. Things are changing, but my guys are still lagging well behind, so... Oh, he's sprinting. He knows the finish line is near. Well, that was awful. That was worse than last time. I mean, you lose. It's the same thing, but that sucked. 2 and 4. Okay, 2 losses is enough for me. Time to get the story moving again. And I think the only way to do that is to try to leave. I'm really disappointed about the battle arena. That wasn't out of my control. I couldn't do anything about it. Oh yeah, I remember what happens now. It's broken down. And we're forced to stay the night. Part of me's really tempted to just quit and come back and try the battle arena again, but fuck it. Don't worry, Kate used to work here. He's got some connections. I do like the hotel. It's like a haunted mansion motif. Now everybody can be in the same room together anyway. I mean, Sid doesn't even know what's going on. I love the ghosts that fade in and out as they play chess. Yeah, it's a good time for a bit of a recap. So this is everybody except Yuffie. Yuffie's the last character that can join. All the major characters are in place. Yuffie and Vincent are the 2 optional characters that you can beat the game without. And there's Barrett. He's been here from the beginning and he still doesn't know what's going on. Alright, I'll give it a shot. Alright. Come on, Barrett, you've heard Cetra before. You have been around since the beginning. You're just not paying any attention. Aerith makes a good point. Hey, who's telling this story, Aerith? Old man Sid's the one in the chair. Alright, we almost forgot about that. And that's likely what that powerful destructive magic to be found in the Temple of the Ancients is. This would be a good time for somebody like Cloud to point out, hey, Aerith, didn't you have like a white materia? But she never actually says it's white. She just says she had materia that doesn't do anything. There's a lot of them. We're gonna see a lot of them. And I love that. My tattoo is number 13. That's just a goddamn coincidence. You're not part of the Sephiroth stuff. Hojo put it on me. But that actually is the thing too, because I would assume Hojo put the tattoos on all the others. There are at least 13. Again, why would you think he's related to that? I know that Hojo... I don't know. It's a weird sort of question. It seemed to me that he kidnapped Aerith and thought he could breed her with Red. It had nothing to do with the Sephiroth Genova stuff. Well, that's pretty clear. I do, and I've already I think I've already used the word Sephiroth clone or whatever. So I've already kind of spilled the beans on that. Aw, come on. You're not tired at all. You're full of energy, as it turns out. Now if I was just being a dick. But tonight will be a magical night. I think this is where Tifa just yells at him to be strong. Like, good advice, Tifa. She says, be strong. He's like, yeah, okay. But stop it! Be strong! Wow, Tifa, you make a great mom. Yeah, we're all kind of stressed. And Sid has already fallen asleep during the whole thing. Because he's an old geezer, apparently. Even though he's only, like, in his late 30s, I think. Alright, time for the magic to happen. Now, I'm sure other people have contested this, but I still think this is one of the most... might be still remain the most romantic sequence in video games that we're coming up to here. Oh. What? I've made it so that it's me and Tifa? I did not mean to do that. I mean, it's cool because it's not something that's normal. But the classic way of doing this is to have to date with Aerith. And since we're going to lose Aerith, it makes it all the more important. But apparently I've somehow done it that I've gone on the date with Tifa. I'm not disappointed. I'm a little disappointed. I feel like the classic way of doing the game is to have Aerith go on the date with you, because it's just so significant and romantic and everything. But it looks like it's me and Tifa. Okay, I haven't done this in years. I don't even remember what the hell happens. I mean, I know we go on the same attractions, but obviously Tifa. So once again, we're gonna get to be in the play. Yeah. So the way I used to always do this with Aerith was, this is one where I deliberately did fuck up, just to piss her off, when she actually winds up punching the guy out, which is really more of a Tifa thing to do than Aerith. Now, I can't even remember what Tifa's attitude towards this was. For Aerith, she really wanted, you know, to play along. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting a bit of a treat in that we're getting the Tifa date. Obviously, the most rare is the Barrett one, which you have to be, you know, say everything, basically say all the meanest things you can to both Tifa and Aerith to make it happen. So here we go. Legendary hero, Alfred. That's me. They don't even give me a costume. They really try to help you out here, and Cloud just sucks at it. It's your line, dumbass. Me? Oh, come on, Cloud. Alfred! Princess Rosa, which I suppose could be a Final Fantasy IV reference. King dances out. Valvados. Well, the wizard's the new guy, so... Actually, I think that's the right way of doing it. I kind of wanted to do it the wrong way, where you talk to the knight first. Princess's measurements, yeah. Now, is Tifa playing along? I can't remember. EDK for Evil Dragon King. Expecting you. Oh, she's playing along. The king. Oh, no, she's pissed off just like Aerith is. So she slaps me. And now she's gonna smoke him. Shut up. Oh, she gives him a kick. I love it. That's usually how I do it with Aerith, too. So what's the other thing? Yeah, so I always think of this, and I mean, I'm sure that when it comes to like shippers, people debate about whether Cloud should have been with Tifa or Aerith. It's kind of a moot point since Aerith dies. But I always did kind of believe that Cloud was more in love with, that whatever he and Tifa had wasn't there anymore, and that maybe he would have been in love with Aerith. I don't know. So even though it's interesting to do this with Tifa, I prefer it with Aerith. And it was not intentional that things wound up this way. I don't know what I flubbed with Aerith to get on this way. What's annoying is that this is not... This won't get me a trophy, I don't think. Although you do get a trophy, you know, for like a PS4 trophy for going on the date with Barrett. But since this isn't the usual thing, I can just sort of... She get a trophy for this, too. Here, some nice, chocobo races. This is a great ride. You get to see everything. Fireworks. It's still beautiful after all these years. It's still a very magical moment in gaming, I think. Still one of the best and most memorable. What's funny is that Final Fantasy VIII, the follow-up to this, it tried to make romance and love kind of the focal point. And I think they kind of overdid it. This thing of shoving Squall and Rinoa together and meeting at the dance and stuff. I mean, it's still very nice, but this just feels much more natural. Okay, Tifa. Ah, Aerith would just be able to come out and say it, probably. So this is very different, obviously. Time moves everything. This is where Aerith says something about going away, or you're you, or something. Or am I mixing it up with something else? Come on, Tifa. Tell me. But she doesn't. And it's so much sadder with Aerith, because she says, we'll have to do it again sometime, and of course we never get the chance. And no, nothing. Yeah. And this game never gets any characters like... And of course, here's our spy. Well, of course he's the spy! I mean, as soon as he joined up was when we suspected there was a spy. Yeah, so it's interesting to have Tifa here for this. Oh, he's got the keystone. What a bastard. I mean, who was in charge of that? Weren't you holding that, Cloud? How did you even get it? So now we get a chase scene. Doesn't matter, he can't actually get away. So he went through this one. You guys got any new information? Nope. Crap, did he go to battle or Wonder? Wonder. This is where he, like, tries to blend into the crowd. Yeah, he's standing behind the chocobo. Let's get lots of luck. Yeah, but what about him? Boing. And this is where he gets away. He's just gonna give me the runaround, come back onto these stairs, and then he's gonna meet the Shinra helicopter. So I could chase him around, but I can just wait for him. You have to force him out, and if you force him out, he's just ahead of you. And here comes the helicopter. With, I think, Seng. I think it's, yeah, they're singing it too. He tosses it. You son of a bitch. And what can we do to him? He's not a real person. He's an automaton being controlled by a person. Hired by the Shinra. That's pretty obvious. I mean, back when we said, there must be a spy, I mean, he had just joined us. And he was the one person we didn't really know anything about. And he's like, go on, like if nothing ever happened. Good point, Cloud. Kill me? Body's just a toy anyway. Yeah, exactly. Which I've been saying all along, so sorry that I spoiled that for certain people, I guess, but... yeah. I wonder if it's Domino or Reeve. Domino, the mayor, Reeve, the deputy mayor, who we actually do meet briefly in the Shinra building. Of course, he doesn't know who we were. Really? That we're selfless heroes? You get paid. I wonder if this means he's going to do something heroic sometime soon. He does to a certain extent, but Tifa doesn't believe him. And the spy, always the spy. I mean, he does make a good point that killing him wouldn't make any difference. Plus, we're not the type of people who would kill him anyway, but we don't have to take him along with us. But, oh, yeah, so now he's going to be... I forgot about this part, yeah. They've got Marlene and Aerith's mom. So this is a bit different, too. Because, yeah, she knows Tifa. So, before, it's Aerith reacting to her mother being there. It's weird, though. He has enough leverage to just get us to not go ahead anyway, then. So, it's a little muddled here. You say you work for the Shinra, but we're not exactly enemies. But you gave the keystone so Shinra can get to the Temple of the Ancients first, because they don't want us to. So what would be in it for you to continue with me? It's a bit confusing. And he knows where it is. They already found that out. You'll have to deal with that. Yeah, I think in the Aerith one they mentioned that obviously if they have Marlene, they must have Aerith's mother too. So who's in the... So it's just Cloud. Switch the lightning and that around. I never even got the chance to cast haste on myself. I'm still really pissed about the way the battle arena went down. I'm really annoyed. What can I do? Love this spooky place. Elixir, nice. I do love this haunted mansion feel. It's pretty cool. There's not any real reason for it. It's just they thought, hey, how about if the hotel is like a haunted mansion? Oh, you got a fucking nerve. See, he says east towards the sea, which sounds pretty straightforward. And yet the first time I did this, I'm telling you, I was for maybe over an hour zipping around. Because you have to, like, well, now that I know geographically where it is, it's not hard to find. Maybe I can explain it better. Yeah, so Aerith, definitely part of it. So, we just got Sid. Kate Sith, obviously, it would be stupid to take him after what he did. So this is our first, I think it's a good opportunity to use Vincent. Because I haven't used him yet. But I need to take people's materia off. So we'll switch Barrett back in. Oh yeah, I can only do one at a time. So Barrett, and then Red, because Red also has materia. Got the gem ring. Now I need Red. Take his stuff off. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take Vincent. So this is one of those times where you have to take Aerith. So let's see here. What's Vincent even have? He only has a silver armlet. So we'll give him the gold armlet. Give him the gem ring. He's holding a Quicksilver. The sniper CR is better, and the shotgun's even better. So shotgun. Aerith. The Eden coat. Let's see. It has a lot of slots. What? We don't have enough gold? Okay, somebody's holding a gold. I need to... I need to take off somebody's gold armlet so that Aerith can have it. Barrett, I'm taking it off. Man, where is everybody? Quiet night. A little disappointed, guys, I have to say. Live, anyway, if you're watching this later. That's cool. Glad you're with me in that way. But I don't know, when I started this, I had some people to hang out with and at least comment on and at least talk a little about the game. As you can see, even though I have an hours by myself, I can still blab endlessly. No problem there, but it would have been nice to have some company. Oh well. Okay, Aerith. Wow, anybody can wear the Eden coat. To the east. Let's see here. Oh right, it's Aerith. Aerith needs the gold. Okay, let's start doing magic. Obviously, you'll do one of the restores. You'll have the highest all. Fires and an added effect and elemental are very similar. I think added effect is a little bit stronger. Heal. You can have one of the enemy skills, because why the hell not? One more. This transform needs to come up. So that leaves some interesting choices for you. Give you the elemental effect. Or I want the elemental effect to be on your armlet. The new also give that a chance. You can have Odin. Okay, time to get on our way. They're not here, but like if you come here anytime that's not during now, you can like talk to the weird receptionist people that are like some sort of weird floating head ghost thing, which is pretty funny. In fact, maybe if I go out and come back in, they'll do it. Yeah, let's go back in for a second. Ah, see? The ghost hotel. Oh, yeah, he's really into it. An interesting question. Is this a person, like, dressed up, or... I don't know. It's hard to tell. Alright, there's like a guy that... Mr. Hangman. And yeah, now it's... I can't afford to anyway. I'm about to lose my GP. Shop here. There's all sorts of cool, kooky looking stuff. But where's the clerk? And there's Mr. Hangman again. He gets all over the place. I don't think I need anything you have, but... a couple ethers wouldn't hurt. That's sauce. A couple echo streams. Don't have any cornucopias. Okay. Thanks. Yeah, and that's cool. Like, you get to each place, you touch like a... You touch the grave and you fall. That doesn't seem very safe. It seems like you would easily open yourself up to lawsuits there. Anyway, goodbye, Gold Saucer. Next time I come back, I'll be super rich and I'll be able to play around and do all sorts of stuff. But now it's time to go. So we take the rope station back to Corel, and then we'll walk back to the tiny Bronco and negotiate the ocean until we find where the Temple of the Ancients is. The party now consists of Cloud with Aerith. You have to take both of them. And I've chosen Vincent because, well, I haven't had a chance to use him yet. Alright. So back to the tiny Bronco. Which, mercifully, the one good thing about it, even when all that first time where I couldn't find it, is you can't get in fights on the ocean. Later when you have the sub, I think you can get in fights underwater. But on top of water, you're okay. Back attack. Wasn't that just lovely? That was our first opportunity to use Vincent, who, like Barrett, uses guns, except his gun is not grafted onto his arm. And of course, Barrett's is more of an automatic. He usually uses like some sort of rifle. In this case, he's got a shotgun, which is very effective. But when we talk about how he was scientifically altered by what must have been Hojo. Okay, yes, it was obviously Hojo who left that note and did that. It's his limit break that reveals exactly how he was scientifically altered, so... The first time he gets the limit, we'll get to see some of that. So we'll just get back to the river here. To our seaplane, which is now just basically a boat. I mean, all they say is to the east or something. Ah, of course. I was just there. One more stupid fight. Might as well just use my limit break. Okay, did I just attack myself? Somehow I moved the cursor onto Aerith? No, okay. For some reason I thought I selected an attack on Aerith. Luckily not. Yeah, I get nothing from that. That's way behind our level. Okay, so let's take a good look at the map here. So there's like some sort of like weird little inland sea that we have to access to get to it. I think it's that little continent, that little island between the two main ones. I think. So basically, the way it's easy to miss is you follow these islands, and that's how you get around across. And boom, that's it. It's just right there. Somehow I kept missing that over and over again. Don't ask me how. Like, it's basically a straight line. And yet I was going around, I went all around the entire fucking world before I found this. So the best approach seems to be from here, and as you can see, that's clearly a temple. And there's nothing else on this little island. Well, it's actually not that little. But nothing else we can access at this point, so clearly that's it. So I guess that's going to be it for the night. I didn't even make the 4-hour mark, but I'm just disappointed. I don't have anybody here with me watching at the moment, and that kind of saps my resolve. So, I mean, I did get through a fairly substantial portion of the game, but I don't feel very motivated to keep going if I don't have any spectators. So I'm a little disappointed in you guys. I'm hoping next time more people will show up. I was willing to, you know, let it slide yesterday. I thought Sunday, maybe that's an odd time for people, but here we are Monday night, and nobody seems to be around, or at least if they are, they're not saying anything, and I could have used the company. So I'm a bit disappointed. I'm gonna finish things here for the day. I thought I would go a lot closer to, you know, the 5-hour mark like I did in the first 2 episodes, but apparently not. One more other save for good measure. So here we are in the Woodlands area, as it's called. Ahead is the Temple of the Ancients, and that will be our next stop. One more save, because I'm paranoid and weird. So that's it. I'm gonna quit. So, next episode, next segment, part, whatever you want to call it, we'll be going to the Temple of the Ancients. Some really important stuff's happening. So we don't have the keystone to open it. We were betrayed by Kate Sith. And now the Turks have it, so Shinra has it. Plus they knew where the temple is, so they're definitely going to get there first. Aerith's with us. Sephiroth intends to go there. So all of these forces are going to converge at the Temple of the Ancients. Should be pretty interesting. So I hope to see you next time. A little bit disappointed I didn't see anybody this time. But I get it. People get busy. It's hard to stop in and watch a stream for like several hours. I am working on another stream I'm going to do for a game, you know, not an RPG, where I can just sort of beat the game all in one shot. I won't say what game that is yet. But it's a game I'm pretty good at and confident that I'm good at playing, so that will be a different sort of thing where it's just basically a run-through. This is a run-through, it just takes multiple episodes. So thanks so much for anybody that's watching this, if you tuned in before, or whenever you decide to watch this. It doesn't have to be live. Anytime, I appreciate it. Because trust me, this is the way to watch Final Fantasy VII. With me. It's the best way. I was genuinely surprised I went on the date with Tifa. I thought I was doing everything the normal way and I was going to get Aerith. I've never done the Barrett thing myself. It is tempting, but it just seems like kind of a wasting a moment. And even though I liked doing it with Tifa and it was fun to do something different, I do kind of feel a bit regretful that we didn't get to do it with Aerith, because I've always felt that sequence with Aerith is one of the greatest and most romantic in games. And with Tifa it's good, but it doesn't have quite the same impact because of the way the game's going forward. So anyway, that'll do for now. Thanks a lot for watching. Peace out, guys. I'll see you again real soon. Bye.